Welcome to the Rebel Love Show, where we are once a week broadcast from Manchester, New Hampshire, where we are pro pot, pro gun, and pro coffee. You can find all of our content and watch us live right now at rebelloveshow.com. I am Rob Mathias.
And I'm Shire Dude.
And today, this is our Porcfest recap, and we have none other than my Rebel Mistress and Renee Cake.
Oh, hey, boys.
Yay.
So is that supposed to be free love cake or just cake?
Dude, I don't know.
It's cake free love.
Y'all
Get your
keep-
shit
free love?
right.
Y'all
Get
keep
your
renaming
shit
me.
together. No, your name's been the same.
Well,
since
you
the
need a new
beginning.
name after that hike you did.
What hike?
No,
The
that
hike
was
up Mount Washington.
that was
your
typical Renee
heels
Cake
and-
right there.
That was Mount Washington?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm a badass.
You didn't know that? You didn't even fucking know where we were.
No.
What a shame.
I feel like Porcfest was just like a few days ago, which it was, but it
Was it? It feels
I
like
don't know.
forever
Was it forever ago? I don't know. It
You guys,
So much
it was
happened at
2
Porcfest.
fucking days ago.
2 days ago? Like, Jesus.
that was a long time ago. I don't know. Days go so fast here. I wish I could go back and just live at Porcfest
Yeah.
for the rest
Well,
of my
part
life.
of that is
Yeah.
I feel like I've been at work for a week. Like the first day I went back, I was like, it's too much.
This
Can't
was
handle this.
my first day back from like actually going to work. So I worked a full shift today, and it was rough. It was rough acclimating back to like normal day-to-day life. You know, our lives are pretty crazy as it
Yeah.
is, but
I
I
mean-
still work a day job.
See, day jobs are bullshit. That's why we need to just send our reality show to HBO or somewhere, and then they'll pay us to just party all day.
Well, fuck you guys. I had a 5-hour shift on Monday, was nothing. And now I got, 1 day left off, but I had today off, and then I have
Were you
tomorrow
drunk?
off. Today?
On Monday.
On Monday? I was probably still drunk.
But when aren't you drunk?
I'm not drunk right now.
Well, why not? You're on the
Congratulations.
show.
Because I woke up at like 7 o'clock to a message from Rob, like, hey, want to be on the show? And I'm like, fuck.
You woke up at 7
And then
o'clock.
I drove like a psycho. Yeah, Ian let me sleep all day. I went there to go see Jazzy. And for those of you who don't know, Jazzy the Studio Doge is our producer, and I love her very much. And Ian Freeman and I have, I have visitation. We have like kind of a split custody.
She's
thing
his
going on.
puppy mama.
I'm the baby mama, kind of, except with the dog, fur babies. But yeah, I went to go see her, and we were snuggling in bed at like 1 o'clock, and then I fell asleep, and then I woke up at 7.
And she's late, as always.
Well, no,
Yep.
she was on time, which is actually very rare for her.
I know.
Any people who have followed the Rebel Love Show in the last Shire year or two, whenever Renee's on, she's always missing the first segment, or at least jumps in during the first segment or something along those lines. And you
She-
got here like a minute and a half right before we went live.
She wasn't late for our engagement.
That's
I
true.
wasn't.
She did forget a
was-
bunch
I
of
was
shit,
ill.
though.
Yeah, she did
so
forget. She forgot like literally half the party.
I'm really
No.
putting trust in her because I want her to be my main bitch for our ceremony.
For
Like-
those of you who speak normal people language, main bitch equals maid of honor.
But I don't know. I don't know, man. There's
Hey,
a lot of
so-
weight on your shoulder.
Here's the deal on this one. I think somebody took that shit out of my car. Honestly,
Well,
I don't know
you mean
when.
you can't find it in Keene?
no.
It's
What
gone.
The
What
bag
was
that I
it?
had,
Oh.
I had like 5 tapestries. We went to Joann's and bought like giant white sheets basically, and I had painted over them, and I'm pissed because like that paint was fucking expensive, and like the
Those
paint came out of
tapestries
my
weren't
pocket.
exactly cheap either.
They were pretty fucking cheap.
Was it? I don't know.
Yeah,
I normally don't purchase tapestries. All I know, I spent a lot of money buying decorations that somehow did not make it to the party.
We got like a football field's worth of fabric for like $40. So
But it wasn't there.
Yeah, the idea for those that were there or know Porcfest, there's that picnic tents down the main field, but doesn't have walls going all the way down. So what we were going to do for the party right after the proposal was to put to have these really trippy hippie tapestries hanging along the walls and make it actually like a whole, like do at least 3 walls of it and have lights on the inside and music, and like we actually had like flower stuff to go up the walls and stuff.
Aw.
Yeah, it was going to look amazing.
Well, maybe
And
we
I
can
got-
use some of that for the ceremony.
and I got neon paint. So we were planning to have black lights in there, so it was supposed to be like glowing. I bought a dance light from Derek J for like nearly $200 that I forgot about, that sat in my trunk the whole time because Rob and I were walking down the field and I'm like, Rob, I don't know where the fucking tapestries are, but I know I got more shit in my trunk. And he's like, no, never mind. Fuck you. So
Well,
like,
the tapestries, you know, it made the party. It tied the tent together. You know, without
Right,
that, it didn't
but-
really matter much.
and would you have appreciated it anyways? That
Yes.
we went out of our way to get to core.
Yes.
Yeah, so you shut the hell up.
No, I loved every moment of it, you know, no matter what made it there or not. Like, it was still one of the happiest memories I'll ever have in my
Hey,
life.
babe,
but
babe, it was the happiest moment too for me.
that bitch still should have remembered.
I know.
I'm not
However,
letting her off
in
the hook.
my defense, I may have dropped the ball on the party, but you know, I opened up the clouds and the heavens, got the sun to come out.
Yeah, it was
Shot
Alright,
rainbows
I got-
down.
Yeah, she'd rainbows over
Multiple.
fucking mountains.
Multiple
Alright.
rainbows.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you know, I think I delivered a little bit.
you did.
I've seen the footage from the engagement.
You
it's
have?
wonderful.
Is
I
it?
did. It's beautiful.
When is Bo gonna release that?
I don't know. Ask him.
I will. I'm very curious. I really want to see what he's got cooked up.
Oh, that's gonna be awesome. I was just looking at all the pictures in my phone, and that's what I kept thinking, that I'm so glad we can document all this shit. Like, I don't even remember fucking Buzz's big gay dance party, but I'm glad there are pictures of it. Like, and I'm like, we had a fucking good time. But people also stopping me and telling me I didn't know you were an acrobat was like also very funny.
Well, yeah, there's one time you were dancing with me on your hands. I was holding up your legs. Yeah. That was
Like,
it. But no,
that's
like,
crazy.
well, I mean, for the like going back to the proposal, I mean, for that, I'm so glad that we had so many people recording and
Like,
I
as
haven't
soon as
seen
I
any of the
walked
footage
up,
yet.
it was like, see, this is why we should just go ahead and start our own reality show. As soon as I walk up, they're just like fucking cameras all up in my face, just like immediately. And Shari even said once, like, you know, anyone else would be like, all these cameras, and you're just like, this is always fucking happening to me.
Can I just tell you? So I watched the footage last night, and Anne walked up with like the face of what the fuck, and it was a priceless expression.
Well, I hate you because I believed and trusted in you to tell me all the secrets, and you lied to me.
Yeah, for good reason. But there was one shot that Anne walks up and she's given the what the fuck face, and she looks directly in the camera with the face of what the fuck, and it's beautiful, and I want to freeze it and like screenshot it and frame it.
Please don't. There's already
Hilarious.
enough
Please, make a meme out of it.
embarrassing pictures of me that will be floating around this weekend.
Well, I mean, one thing that was awesome with that proposal is that I had our partner Amy walk you up to me.
Yeah.
Though she didn't knock that can out of your hand. You held that Mountain Dew can the whole
She got her to put on a
time.
dress.
She got
That's
me to
true.
put on a dress.
Yeah,
from
you
all
wouldn't-
the nagging.
and you wouldn't listen to me about that.
Well, it was a combination of both of you guys nagging at me. I was like, Jesus, like, I swear, I tell everyone, like, I was like, what is wrong with my outfit? Like, am I not showing enough tits for you?
So for
Like,
those of you who don't know what the fuck we're talking about an hour prior to the proposal, Anne walks out of the tent in like a fucking t-shirt and
Well,
like
she looked
hardly any pants whatsoever.
I mean, she looked hot in that, but not for
Right,
proposal.
right.
yeah,
Like,
I
she's
was like,
about to
I
be-
thought I looked hot, and you guys are like judging me, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
Little does she know she's about to have a memory that will last a lifetime filmed.
everyone's
so
like, put
we're
on a
like,
dress, and if you.
Professionally filmed.
If anyone knows Rob, he loves a dress. So I'm just like, and then my girlfriend's telling me to put on a dress. Boyfriend's telling me to put on a dress. Renee's bitching at me like Jesus. And then, you know, I now I have to step up my game. I'm like, well, like obviously I don't look cute, so I have to change. And so I fucking change. And Amy takes me to get food, which she's going to get hot dogs. You guys should have planned this out better. You should have told me. Now I have hot dog breath, Mountain Dew can in my hand. And I'm walking down to the field like, Jesus, fuck you, Renee. That was all that was in my head.
No,
fuck
that was
you,
like,
Renee.
that was her first thought, and that was the first look I got from Anne was "fuck you," because she. So I was obviously in on
You
it.
have to wait.
Oh, okay. I'll tell you guys when we get back.
Sounds like a plan.
If worse comes to worse,
You didn't know all this? There's a lot of planning. There's a lot of planning that went into
See,
effect.
this is why you watch the Rebel Love show.
necessary supplies like food, water,
God, how
I'm a
much
Manch
am I-
resident for the next week or so.
Oh yeah.
Just make the move. Sell the house. Come to
My
Manch.
house is fucking
Emergency supplies
wrecked.
and a secure way
I'll
of
show you
saving
why, Renee, here in a
provides
second.
protection for loved ones in the event of an extreme natural or man-made disaster.
With
To
me
find out more,
at the hotel.
visit
I was gonna say, with you
strategicshelter.com.
now. What do you do? Like pack them in or something?
Yeah, they're actually in my car.
And I need your help.
Are they really in your car?
No, they're
at
at the hotel.
I made a joke. All
I'm
right.
like, you got 3 cats stuffed in your car right now.
All right, so that's my house.
That's someone's in the chat.
That's the living room.
Hello, camera.
One of the other rooms.
Cecily's one of my bridesmaids.
Uh,
She's gonna help me plan this shit. We're gonna plan. Oh, goddesses. We're gonna plan the hell out
Oh,
of this.
Noopy's calling you out, dude.
Renee, there is so much pressure on you.
For not
I
talking.
just want you to feel the heat.
What?
There's so much pressure.
You want me to move?
The ceremony has to be fucking epic.
Dude.
Everything with it.
Call me wedding planner McGee here. No, really? Like, that's all I
Okay.
did for years?
My like forehead's now cut off. And eyes.
Into the hands of more people and to promote the book to a wider audience. To find out more about the book or to donate, visit arebelsjourney.com.
Imagine someone in your community getting in their car, turning on the radio, and hearing the Liberty Radio Network. You can make that vision a reality with your own micro radio station. Visit broadcast.lrn.fm to learn how you can put our programs on the air in your area. You can have LRN.FM running around the clock, and you can even add in your own local shows. Building a radio station is simple, but programming isn't. That's where LRN.FM comes in. Learn more at broadcast.lrn.fm. That's broadcast.lrn.fm.
Cato University is the Cato Institute's premier educational event of the year. It's being held this year from July the 26th to the 31st at the Cato Institute's state-of-the-art headquarters in Washington, D.C. This annual program brings together outstanding faculty and participants from across the country and often from around the globe, with everyone sharing a commitment to liberty and learning. Cato University is a genuine community, and you can freely share viewpoints, concerns, ideas, questions, and more in an atmosphere of friendship and personal respect. It's a one-of-a-kind program for people who don't stop thinking after they got out of school. It's for people who don't want politicians or bureaucrats or officials to do their thinking for them. It's for people who value liberty. You'll learn, you'll be inspired, you'll make new friends. You'll meet great people from around the world. All of the details are spelled out at the Cato website, cato.org, and they hope to see you there this summer, July the 26th through the 31st in Washington, D.C. Again, details are at cato.org. The 3 most important things you can do for LRN.FM are: 1. Let your friends know you're listening to LRN.FM on your social networking profile. 2. Buy the things you buy online through shop.lrn.fm. 3. Give $5 a month to the AMP program at amp.lrn.fm. It's my firm belief that the AMP program is the best use of your charitable dollar among liberty-oriented groups. Support all your favorite organizations, but make sure you give $5 a month to the AMP program at amp.lrn.fm.
So you've signed the Shire Society Declaration and are planning your move to New Hampshire to be around more liberty-oriented people. Next, sign up for the Shire Society Forum at forum.shiresociety.com. There are a bunch of people there who are already in the Shire, and they want to meet you. If you're already in the Shire physically, you should also come by the forums. Remember, not everyone uses Facebook. New people are signing up for the Shire Society Forum every month, so drop in and say hello at forum.shiresociety.com.
While our satellite channel is free to listen to,
Not that simple.
satellite costs
Is that what I
That wasn't simple.
What? We're not muted anymore.
Oh.
Welcome back to the Rebel Love Show, and this is the Porcfest recap episode here. And I don't know, I'm still on a high for the whole week because by far it was the greatest week of my life. I won't lie.
Mine too.
Yeah, I mean it was a spiritual journey. It was an awakening. Every day was a trip of some sort or another, babe.
It was like our spiritual pilgrimage. It was like, I guess, like it was like going to fucking Mecca. It was awesome.
It is the Mecca of our lives.
Yeah.
In this world that we live in.
I think it's like Porcfest is like our Christmas, right? Comes once a year.
Yeah.
Porcfest is better
Yeah.
than fucking Christmas. Fuck Christmas.
That's what I always thought. It's like Porcupine Christmas for a whole week. It's like,
Yeah.
well, I guess it's like Porcupine Hanukkah then, right?
Yeah, porcupine
It is a
Hanukkah.
porcupine Hanukkah.
well, do they burn giant porcupines at the end of Hanukkah?
That was awesome that they did that.
That was a good way to
Dude,
end
Yeah.
it.
I
didn't-
carried that shit.
I didn't-
Yeah,
Fuck
you
that.
did.
I didn't
And
know-
heels.
I didn't. Well, she's always in heels. When isn't Renee in heels? It's weird if she's not. But yeah, I didn't. That was a. Just happened to stumble upon that because I didn't know that was even taking place. I didn't know that was a thing. But the whole porcupine procession that they did, like, for those that didn't know, go check out my Instagram feed. But I took some photos. They built. First off, who built this? It was a huge wooden, like basically a bunch of wood twined together to form a giant porcupine.
That would be Jim and Lauren Canario. They're old school OG ballers of the FSP.
They really had that shit planned out. Like they had tiki torches for everyone. It was fucking awesome.
Tiki torches. That they had a scooter like going in front. They had people like with pots and pans. Like
Only thing they
alerting
didn't have
everyone that were
ready
coming.
was a song. They didn't have a song ready. They should have had it
They
organized.
should have hired
chant.
Carlos Morales.
Oh yeah. Oh my god.
We were doing like the Wizard of Oz thing. Oh, we
I don't. Do you
Oh, were you
remember?
doing
Were
that
you there that night with Carlos?
Huh?
No,
Well,
during our
Renee
trip on
missed that,
Wednesday.
yeah.
Where were you, bitch?
This was Wednesday night.
Wednesday
it was getting
night.
kind of late.
We went on our group trip.
Yeah.
Which was an
School
amazing
bus
trip. Yeah.
ride.
I was like probably busy and late or something.
Sure.
I
you
mean,
were.
Well.
I guess.
Anyways, during that, what we're referring to is when we're walking from the bonfire over to the Sex Dome. Carlos Morales,
Which took us
played
1,000
off.
hours.
I know that was a long walk.
And we really went nowhere. When I think about it, when I look back at it, we really didn't make it anywhere.
That's because any journey that we're making, even if we're just walking to the market that's across the street, it's like a 2-minute walk, right? It'll take us 20 minutes.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
Porcfest. You have to. Whenever you're at Porcfest, you literally have to add in an hour travel time, even if you're just going
Yeah.
from one thing to another. Like someone's like,
You
"Oh, it's
always
just
get
right."
stopped.
Yeah, can you go run back to the campsite and grab something? Like, you need to give me like an hour to do that.
Well,
Yeah.
we're
You know, 'cause there's no-
popular.
It's the
People
Porcfest
stop us.
Vortex.
Yeah.
Pork
Yeah.
fest.
I think that's what Murdoch was calling it, the Porcfest Vortex.
Yeah, he was. By the way, it was awesome to have Murdoch
He
here
just-
with us the whole
He's
week.
so part of the Rebel Love crew, man.
Yeah, he fit in
Yeah.
perfectly. He was
Murdoch.
he was in instantly. Like he was,
Yeah.
and what was really cool was that we kind of put like normally when people first go to Porcfest, they go to all the talks. They kind of have to know everyone. First off, he knew a lot of people anyways, but like he skipped that whole entry level and just went straight to the
Yeah.
party scene.
Because he was hanging
You know?
with us, so it was
Yeah.
just like, nah, we're getting to live up every day. Like,
Like I remember there was a time like he was talking to like Ab Kokesh and Carl Garecki. We drove up to him like, Murdoch, we're going to a fucking river. We don't know where it's at, but we're fucking going. Do you
he's
want
like,
to come?
well,
He's like,
if you don't know where it's at, I'm in.
And they did the same thing to me. I'm like walking hungover, and Rob's like, "We're going to the lake," and I'm like, "What lake? It's actually a river. What river? Just come on! God damn it! I'll be right back."
Like that's what you have to do. You have to just go for it. And we wound up in this fucking amazing place.
I know
Like,
that was a beautiful. It was like going into like that really did feel like you're in the Lord of the Rings or something like that because that
Yeah.
hike was like beautiful.
I didn't think the trip could get more beautiful. It was like fucking utopia.
Oh,
like
yeah.
by that point, like we climbed up this fucking mountain, Renee and Hills, all these rocks.
Thank-
and
Carrying
this
a
tower.
Thank
six-pack.
God for those people that want to see this. Renee hiked like we hiked like a mile. It felt like a mile.
Yeah.
All right, through the woods, through like all these rock formations and over like trees. And she's wearing nothing but red heels, a red bikini, and carrying a 6-pack of Smirnoff.
Yeah.
And she did it like a fucking champ.
You're goddamn right, I did.
And I got it all on video, and I want to release that someday.
Oh my
soon.
god, we thought we got really scared. Like it was the current was super fast, like because it was at the bottom
I
of
know.
a fucking mountain.
And guess who didn't give a fuck?
And Renee's like crossing this, and I'm like, this bitch is gonna die.
But she's like
What am I gonna
70
do?
pounds, and she's holding,
This
she's like
is hard.
drinking, and
I know.
drinking
She's
her hand.
drinking a
She's like,
cigarette in the
there's
other.
a couple times where she's like wobbling around, you know. I'm like, I'm fearing for my life. It's a fast current and it's freezing cold water,
We're like,
rocks
Renee,
everywhere. I'm like, am I gonna have to like dive into this and like grab her? Like,
No,
so she
I was
doesn't get
just
sucked
like,
away?
I was like, that bitch is gonna be gone.
Well,
like, I don't know.
I have experience doing this. I was part of a crew back in the day called the Adventurers, right? And there were like 6 of us. And I'm gonna go ahead and shout out to all y'all. Brett and Noah Leverette, who are twins, and I fucking love them. They're out in Mordor right now. I wish them well. Come home, assholes. Michaela Siemens, who was the former Miss NH Teen US, Teen New Hampshire, something like that. She's hot. Sophie Schatzman, who is my best friend, and Andrew Merzoff. You guys know who none of these people are, but they're fucking awesome. Shout out, y'all. And we would go up hiking like all the time. And yeah, I did some of this in heels back then too. And we'd like go find like rivers and like just cool spots that like no one else was gonna find. And we'd be right up in that bitch. So I've got experience.
Well, it still scared the shit out of me. I was
Yeah,
like,
me
what
too.
is she gonna
I don't
do?
give a fuck. I'm literally like army crawling through this river, right? I've got cigarettes in my mouth. I'm like holding up a Smirnoff with like one hand,
with these
like doggy
fucking Russian
paddling.
current, like just ready to just take her away, and all these fucking rocks. So even if she fell, she would have hit her head and just died immediately. I was
Rob and
like,
Ann are like yelling at me, like, "Don't do it!" I'm like, "Fuck you guys."
yeah, but she made it. She made it over. She climbed up a fucking rock.
I got cool
and, yeah.
pictures on this rock. I was looking good while I was doing it. So
Me and Rob
win.
were like, nah, we'll just sneak away.
Yeah, we say, yeah, that was what's it? Yeah, like that. Well, all the porcupines were like all focused on like getting across that river and going on that rock. Yeah, we had better plans. babe.
Yeah, we did. Yeah,
It's like nobody knows what you're talking about, but everyone does because we all have a reputation for just saying.
Do we really have a reputation for that?
No.
Let's see. We look up Rob and Ann are there. The next minute, no, they're not. Gee, where could they be?
We
I
just got
wonder.
engaged.
I know.
Aw.
And what better place to?
I
know-
feel sorry for Daniel, who was our neighbor. We had just got engaged.
Yeah, not only was he right next door to us, he was also right next door
Next
to the sex dome. You know,
And guess who was louder? You have one guess, audience. Who was louder, Rob and Ann or the Sex Dome? Obviously, Rob and Ann. And then they've got the third one, so you can hear 2 of them screaming, plus Rob and all sorts of other
Well,
horrendous
someone
noises.
actually told us throughout the week, I can handle you girls screaming, but when Rob starts making noises, I think that was Cody who said that. Cody O'Connor.
yeah, Cody O'Connor was at our campsite. You know, he was complaining about me screaming. Like, I told him, they don't call her my rebel mistress for nothing.
Good God.
Where's the lighter? I
But anyway,
gotta start
don't
smoking.
disagree with me.
Not inviting me up.
What?
I'm so sorry.
No,
like, I don't
dude.
know what
It was like a
happened.
last minute thing.
No, literally,
Cassidy
like,
invited me, and I started inviting other
Yeah.
people, and other people started inviting other people. It happened really quickly. It was like a last minute spur event that happened.
Next year.
Next year.
Next year we have to go for sure. Like it's a
Yeah.
given. Like I'm gonna go back to it.
And I'll do it in 6-inch heels this time.
Like, yeah, I'm gonna take a lot of photos out there too, just because it was super pretty.
I want to record like a lot of it, just video record. It was the camera quality. Like I have to upload because the video quality on this phone just made it look so amazing.
Yeah. Next time, dude. Man, it would have been awesome with you there, though. You would love that.
Probably pass out in my hammock and listening to the sex dome noises.
You
Because
Rob.
the stripper stayed there for
Can
like
I
the
hear?
rest
Yeah,
of the week.
they didn't want to go home. There wasn't even a plan for them to stay. They just didn't want to leave. Yeah.
But they were getting
You don't
it
have
on
your
too.
phone?
So I mean, like,
I think
I just hear Shadrach and Deidre doing it.
I'll
I'd be
grab
sitting there in my
my
hammock, relaxing.
And
And then I go to my tent and I hear you guys. I'm like, God damn it. Yeah. The music doesn't cover it up.
we had a listening party at one point. Murdoch was in his tent. Cody and I were in the other tent. And you just hear,
Oh man, it was just
Is that when you said, "Oh yeah, do it harder"?
no,
I heard someone scream
the
that.
first night
That'd be
was the
me.
worst.
The first night.
Yeah, whenever it started raining, the rain didn't cover it up.
I
The music
know.
didn't cover it up.
It was raining. We turned up the music even louder.
I thought these two were bad enough, and then you got this one too now. So it's like fucking.
It was like a fucking orchestra of sex all around me. I was like, I'm just sitting here like, all right, you guys are having fun.
I'm just living my life.
Oh, of course, man. Like I said, bravo. How do you like log off? Yeah, that was a good fucking time.
Oh my god.
No, but next year.
Can we please talk about that MDMA trip again? Like, I
Yes,
just the app. I need to relive it.
Whenever you grab my hand, you're like, let's go, Ronnie.
We'll talk about
That
it.
was
We haven't got to the big dance party yet.
I know, we're just on Tuesday.
Oh my god,
We'll
that
get there.
Keenevention, man.
Yeah.
That party, yeah. We're gonna get MDMA for that.
Rob's gonna propose to you at Keenevention, BT Dubs.
Shut the fuck up, you dumb bitch. I hate you.
You never know. I might do it again.
Oh, I never continued that story.
You can
LOL.
propose to me 3 times.
I did do it a second time, didn't I? Do you still have that? What happened to it? Your crown.
Since time began.
You lost it again.
I guess he is gonna have to do it again.
What?
I left it in the tent.
No, you didn't. I would have found it when I packed up.
Yeah, I was there too.
Yeah, Renee was there. She sat
I didn't
inside
see
the
it.
tent and did jack shit while I packed it up.
Yeah.
What did you
'cause
expect?
I was like recuperating.
Recuperating from what?
I mean, a couple people have already offered to make me one with real flowers.
Was he that good that you have to recuperate from
From
him?
Cody?
Really?
I didn't hear it. So
You want me to?
The lights are on, baby. Now.
Exactly.
This mic isn't on. Oh. Just mute it. What was I gonna say?
Oh my god! Shut the fuck up. Cat Growers group lately, man. Fucking drama.
I like the all I know is this fight started over an empty toilet paper roll. Yeah, but seriously, Renee, don't fight with me on this. 5 thrift stores. This is gonna be the hardest fucking year of your life.
Welcome back to the Rebel Love Show. And where do you guys want to pick back up from?
Babe, I have a question. I have a question because I didn't go with you last year. Like, how was last year compared to? I have no comparison. This was just all epicness. Like, I have nothing to compare it to. What was your last year like?
My last year Porcfest?
Yeah.
Last year, I thought my Porcfest was like through the roof, like best week of my life. And this made that look like going out to like a small little party. To be perfectly honest, like this was tenfold better than last year's Porcfest.
Really?
Oh my god, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
What about you, Andrew?
Who?
Shire dude.
This was a lot better than last year for me.
Did you not trip as much last year? I thought you tripped even more.
No, well, yeah, last year I definitely tripped more, but because it was my first time on two different substances.
That was me this year.
But last year I wasn't prepared. Like I didn't have enough energy throughout last year, and this year what I did was like I brought like a bunch of like energy stuff and like vitamins and like energy bars and stuff like to make sure like I was like jacked throughout like the entire event.
Had a few monsters and a few Red Bulls throughout the event.
I survived.
But literally after Friday night, I could have fucking died. Like my body gave out. I mean, literally.
I am still in recovery mode from Friday night.
Baby, you were still going though.
Oh, I know.
I
still partied on. I still partied up Saturday night.
Yeah, Saturday night I was like, I need to sit my ass down somewhere. I'm gonna die soon. Like it was so hard. My fucking fingernail hurt. Like I hurt up to my toenail to my fingernail. Like everything hurt.
Yeah. But going back, last year, the last year was an amazing event. And there's a lot of things that happened last year that I absolutely loved. I was a huge development in my life, but this year just took that and multiplied it by like 100. Like this past week was by far the greatest week of my life.
It was a lot better. I'd say people were estimating about 200 fewer people showed up this year. And I actually kind of liked that better. Like I felt like I got through a bigger chunk of the people. Like there's no way you're going to talk to everybody.
Yeah.
You know,
there's a lot of people there I wanted to talk to and I just never got a chance to.
Yeah.
You know,
it seemed like a lot of people were there.
Oh, there's a lot of people there. Don't get me wrong. But like,
even on the first, like everyone was telling me that when I first came, no one's going to be there, no vendors going to be open, but people were there like that whole week.
You know, well, it was kind of odd because like in the beginning of this year's Porcfest, there were definitely more people there all week long than there were last year. However, it felt like it didn't pick up as much at the end as it did the previous year.
That was because we were fucking like we were done by Friday. Everyone was like, nah.
The rain scared a lot of people away at the end.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah, that's also a case. But let's just jump into it. The big gay dance party, babe.
The big gay dance party.
Big gay dance party. I felt like that was our.
It was the last
our
one.
celebration. It was the last one,
So
but
what's
we
gonna
made that
happen
our
next year?
celebration of our proposal. Maria, the proposal party I had after our proposal, that really was nothing. I really felt like the big gay dance party was us like just celebrating our lives.
I really like taking those two pictures and putting them side by side. It's like the sweet rainbow proposal with Rob on one knee, and then just put the picture of us at the Buzz's big gay dance party, just like fucking topless and body painted and just going fucking crazy.
I was impressed. You guys let loose like I had never imagined.
And you live with us too.
Yeah.
You live with us.
Yeah.
And
Fucking MDMA is great. Like,
yes, it is.
Like it really just released all my emotions. Like I mean, I normally feel that way. I feel like I can run around and climb mountains, but like I never do.
I felt like as if I was, I felt like $1 million, and I felt like nothing could stop me.
Yeah. And nothing did.
No, nothing did. I had no cares, no shits were given.
You had some moves in you.
I've been coming out my shell for the last year and a half since I've been here, but there ain't no fucking shell left now.
Yeah, drugs will do that to you. They'll really we took some fun stuff at Porcfest that really lasts afterwards, and it changes you in all the right ways, just like a little bit.
Oh, absolutely,
just a little bit.
Yeah.
And
it was magical.
Good.
I don't know. It was like at one point everyone kept asking if I was gonna go topless, and there was a few girls throughout the week who went topless.
Oh,
like
yeah, Cassidy.
She had done it multiple
first,
times. Yeah. And I kept saying, well, I don't really want to do that. I don't know. Like people are always making comments about my boobs. Like not that they're negative or anything, but like I'm like I'm a person.
There have already been comments about your boobs in the chat room.
Jesus. See? Like everyone, just my boobs.
For more comments on Anne's boobs.
The Rebel
and to
Mistress.
Contribute.
Thank you very much.
Oh, the Rebel Mistress. Oh, snap.
Well, here's the thing, though. You will never have a Josie Wales boob gate. That will never happen in your celebritarian career, or whatever you want to call this shit. All right.
That's true. That's true.
You've preempted that completely.
Yeah.
The boob gate.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to free the nips, and I really didn't want to be a hypocrite because I felt like a part of me, everyone was saying like just wear pasties, and I was like, that's bullshit. Like, why would I wear pasties?
If you didn't notice during that party, by the end of the party, there were like 5 other women there that I counted, or at least 3 or 4. There were multiple women out there that went topless after you did.
Yeah, it was this lady, she wore a beer box on her head.
That was a little weird.
That was really strange. And I love how when I saw her the first time, I was on MDMA, and so I was just like, yep, that's her costume, and I kept going. I didn't even question it.
Yeah, and now you look back at it,
and now I'm like, wait a minute.
It was like a cork light pot.
But man, that was an amazing party. That the dancing we did. I don't know. I still think I'm a horrible dancer, but I didn't give a shit.
I think you did really well.
Tomorrow.
I just remember screaming like in my head, even when I wasn't screaming it out loud, like, this is amazing.
Oh, yeah.
This is amazing. And like, as soon as I started feeling the MDMA, because I had my top on up until the very last moment, because if you look at pictures of me on Facebook, I have on a bra, like that neon bra. And then I felt that MDMA kick in. I was like, fuck this top. If Cassidy can do it, so can I. But, I feel like people still gave me more shit. Not shit necessarily, but people definitely talked about it more than they talked about her having her shirt off. And like, I feel like it's because they're so big and people, I don't know, like people, they make more, I don't know, they just stand out more. And I didn't kind of want that at first, and now I'm just like, whatever, like, fine.
Yeah.
If that's what everyone, I didn't even want you to pixelate my nipples because that just makes it worse.
No, the reason why for those inside thing, I always pick like a new thumbs up on Facebook chat. And I'm now using the photo that Robert Patrick took of us, where like I'm literally like, putting my hands in the air and like she's like screaming in front of me on one of the boxes of the big gay dance party. And that picture got removed from my Instagram account because of quote unquote nudity. So I re-uploaded it with just a little bit of pixelation over the nipples. And I sent that to her as my thumbs up.
I mean, I feel like it's bullshit. Like, they're not pixelating your nipples if you take it. You have nipples too. I don't understand. You have nipples too. My nipples are way more functional than yours. Like, why? Yours is that's a pure sex organ for you. Your nipples. I can do magical things with mine, like feed babies and whatnot. But I have to cover them up, and you're just fine. That's fucking bullshit.
See, I'm actually like waiting for there has to be more risque photos from that party because we got really raunchy at that party. There's moments where like I had I was grinding my crotch onto your face. You know, I had you bent over. I had you. Well, I know Colby out there. He took a selfie in front of us when I had you topless on my shoulders.
Yeah,
that was like one of the best selfies I've ever seen.
He was like carrying me around on his shoulders, like.
No, you wanted it. You're like, can you put him on his shoulders again? I was like,
okay,
babe.
Here's the thing.
Yeah. Give me a couple seconds.
Outside of that tent where the party was where the proposal was. So I decided it was hot in there, and I was on ecstasy. So I was like, we need to go outside in the cool. And I take Daniel's hand and we run around the whole entire campsite. And like at this point, I'm not caring about anything. Not even the fact that I'm just fucking topless and the body paint has melted by this point because it's hot. So I'm just naked. And we're like running just naked around this whole entire campsite, only to find out there's a GoPro video recording the whole thing. So I can't wait to see that video.
I mean, there's a moment when we ran out there and I literally grabbed you by your waist and your legs and spun you around in circles.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
I don't know how your back doesn't hurt.
Oh, it's in pain. Oh.
The Shire Free
We hit
Church
the commercial
is
break.
an interfaith, diverse
Damn.
group of
So
people
when
that
we
may
come
not
back,
share
you can't
identical
turn it down, you have
theological
to keep
beliefs.
Yeah, I don't keep it up. Damn. I didn't hear it on there.
Shire Free Church.
I want to turn
You
my
are a
mic
sovereign
up.
individual and may be the faith of your choice.
We don't claim to have all of the answers.
We are open to all peaceful people.
That's actually the first time we've actually done that, believe it or not.
What?
We talked in through the bumper.
Yeah, I didn't even
Talked
hear
over
the
it. Yeah,
Yeah,
I had it low, but I always have it down.
You're not supposed to keep it down.
I know.
during the show.
I know. As soon as the show starts, I need to have it back up. Yeah. I know. I get that. Yeah.
Peace as your way.
Turn down for what?
Liberty as your light.
All right, dude. What do you want to talk about?
So have you thought about my party? After we fix the
That's
house,
fine.
I'll help you fix your house. I'll be your tool woman. The person who hands you tools. And you fix
You
the
better get arrested.
Maybe
because
in the
there's a
world.
shit ton of
With
old
chapters
in there.
across the globe, there's probably a group near you that you can join. If not, you can start your own. Besides joining a local cop block group, you can also give just $1 a month to the Cop Block Network. Your contribution helps support the efforts of those who make Cop Block possible. So please join the Cop Block Network now at
If you don't want something to happen, you gonna have
coplog.lrn.fm.
to sell
That's
it or something.
coplog.lrn.fm.
I already gave up
DVD,
that
books,
option.
music,
I'm gonna fix
instruments,
it
periodicals,
myself.
computers,
Get a
software,
HEPA back.
electronics, photos, cell phone, office
All
supplies,
sorts
home
of
and
shit.
garden,
Like,
furniture,
I'm going all
pet
Breaking Bad on
supplies,
this.
automotive,
Get the
hardware,
suit,
Yeah.
filters.
shoes,
I mean, why you have the
jewelry,
suit? You
healthcare,
should
sports
just
and
make
outdoor
mess because you don't want to.
used and
Maybe I can
more.
make it
It's a
MDMA.
department store at your fingertips.
Probably not.
Shop.lrn.fm. Get all your shopping done. Get a great
How do you
deal.
make
Portion of your
MDMA?
purchase goes to benefit the Liberty Radio Network. When you shop
Can't
on
be that
Amazon,
easier.
via
Everyone would do it. The drug is
shop.lrn.fm.
awesome.
Yeah, it is.
Why did you move to the Shire?
You wouldn't even take it at
because
first.
there's other
I
people
was
around
pretty
who
scared
take liberty
because-
just
Yeah,
as
your
seriously
friend.
as I do.
Yeah.
I moved to the
So,
Shire because I
but
saw
I realized,
videos
number
of people
one,
challenging authority and
My
thought
friend
that I
got
could
it
get
from
support
some shady
myself.
ass dealer
It
in
called to
Valley.
me like
Oh,
And like I
shit.
knew that Nate
right now.
had
I
it.
wanted to be around people like
And number
you
two, his
who
was
got it.
ecstasy.
And once I got
ecstasy.
here, I knew there was nowhere else I wanted to
MDMA
be.
It's pure.
I always wanted to
Yeah.
change the world.
But ecstasy
So I moved to
sometimes
the
mixes
Shire to join people
Yeah,
who
like
were
crack.
actually working towards
or,
doing
like,
the same
heroin
thing.
or speed
The people
sometimes.
here are awesome, loving, and positive. It was for the adventure and for the feeling of
But
something
yeah,
important is happening
stuff
here.
that
And
we
I just
had
wanted
was,
to
like,
come to sort of be
pure.
part of that.
Visit ShireSociety.com to read and sign
Yeah,
the
we
Shire
gotta- we
Society
have to-
Declaration
have to
and learn the
to
reasons
make it a
why, if
priority
you
to
love
get
liberty,
something.
you should immigrate to the Shire.
I wish we could show
Find
the
yourself on
screen,
Shire
the people, the
map at
spectators.
ShireSociety.com.
Which
That's
picture?
ShireSociety.com.
No, this is the one
Did
that's
you know
not.
that you
Oh,
can
okay.
listen to
I
LRN
can't even really see
24/7
my
via
nipple.
our
I have a
free
pixelated
air
one.
satellite
Yeah.
channel. From Mexico to Canada, our
That
signal
picture-
covers
that
nearly
picture
all
pretty
of
much
North
describes
America.
the whole
All you
life,
need is
you
a
know.
view of the southern
Except
sky
you're upside
and a
down.
portable receiver.
Hey, can you put this camera on real quick, dude? I want to show the audience at home what the what we're talking about. All right, guys, you can see that. There you go. That's my profile picture right now. I have her pixelated.
This is Mark.
Some lady told me in that in our Seditious Sirens photo that we should respect ourselves more. Did you see that?
I know.
Really? I know who that is. She's the one who did the Seditious and Sexy podcast.
Please, tell her to fuck off.
No. We're talking like 2012. Like,
That's like a Shire decade ago.
yeah.
I'm like, why are you
She
like?
was like totally.
How? Like
for
that's
us.
like.
In fact, I
That's
kinda
like if
ripped
we
her
found
off.
someone who
She's
did the
okay with it.
Spreading the Love of a Liberated World podcast. It'd be a really long name for a podcast.
She's a nice lady.
Yes, it would. Or like
I know. I hate
nonpartisan
people
liberty
say
for
shit
all
like that.
podcasts.
Like I respect
It's way
myself
too
so
long.
much that I'll show my booty.
Welcome back, and God, Porcfest. One thing I loved about Porcfest was the camping lifestyle. The camping, we had such a great camping lifestyle. You know, the way we had our tent. I mean,
It was fucking cold, man. I'm sorry.
okay.
It got cold that night, like unbearably. Like I was not prepared for that. How cold it got.
How cold it got. Yeah, see, that's one thing. It wasn't that cold last year, and I kind of wanted them to move Porcfest over to like maybe the end of July or early August.
Oh yeah, if Porcfest could be on my birthday, that would be great.
Yeah, that
Or
would be-
Renee's birthday. When's
or
your
both
birthday, Renee?
yours. Haven't moved from one
My
to the other.
birthday is in 27 days.
What is your birthday?
July 27th.
No, it's two. It has to just be my birthday.
No.
Fuck
Because
you.
it can't. It
Well-
won't.
Nuh-uh, because
If it could
we're-
go into our
Yeah,
birthdays,
we're
that
a
would be
week
great.
apart.
But then it'd be like it end. Oh, it can start on your birthday and end on my birthday.
I mean,
Yes.
yeah, that's not going to happen. But we'd love to see it happen in sometime around that time period. It would be a little bit warmer.
Who will do the Buzz's Big 8 dance party next year?
Who would do it?
Yeah,
No one has stepped up
no
Well,
one.
Shire, dude, you should step up.
and do Buzz's.
Shire dudes
big dance
pansexual
party.
kitten party.
Shire dudes. I don't.
Shire dudes euphoric emporium.
Euphoric Emporium. I don't know. See, next year actually, I don't want to talk too soon, but I kind of want to vend,
Okay.
and I've got a few ideas that I don't know might work, might not work.
The Rebel Love Show party at the end of Porcfest.
No.
We'll have a giant ice luge.
Yeah, that's the party. It'll just be a tent, and they'll go inside,
and just
and it'll
pick
be
out
like
$200 ice luge.
like 300 square feet of ice luge, and that'll be the party. As you slide down it, and then you slide out the exit. That's the one.
and then you pay
Yeah.
us $200.
It'll be the coolest tent. It'll
And then
literally
they exploit and extort you.
It'll solve one problem from the gay dance party, which was it was too hot in that tent.
Yeah. And then,
And that'll be
have
it.
you ever slid down an ice luge on MDMA? I haven't. I'd like to.
Oh, actually, now that you put it, that sounds awesome.
That would be amazing.
I don't know. Wouldn't
Luge
you get like
Fest.
Luge
freezer
Fest
burn on your
2016.
butt?
What?
I don't know.
Freezer burn
I
on
guess
your
we
butt?
never
Someone
know
would
until
get
we try.
someone would get like stuck and then like clog it up, and then like a bunch of porcupines would go sliding into each other
Yeah.
like bowling pins.
Just be horrible. A horrible
Oh,
ending.
That just especially if we're all on drugs, someone would get hurt.
Yeah. Well, I don't know who would have it. I can't picture anyone else having it. Buzz was pretty good. Though, okay, I have to say, I felt like that party was a little biased. I'm not okay. I'm excluding Daniel. Daniel deserved to win the costume contest with his TS gay outfit, though I helped him. So theoretically, you know, I should reap some kind of reward. I was tying up the shirts and making sure the shorts were short enough. But he deserved to win with his TS gay costume. He was a good TS gay agent. I give it to him. He groped everyone. Did you dance with him?
I believe we did. Did we? I'm pretty sure we did.
Yeah,
we did.
You
I danced with everyone.
Everyone was all up over everyone in that party.
Yeah.
But I
Didn't give me a pat down.
Oh,
What's that about?
he could have been smuggling something up there. You never know. But I didn't like the fact that I didn't win the dance part because I felt like no one was a better dancer than me.
Yuri won, didn't he?
Did he?
Did he?
Yuri won Best Dancer. Yeah.
No, I thought Stephanie Murphy, or she was second up. I should at least made it on the stage.
I don't know. I mean, Yuri's like he's like the dancer. Like when you think of who's the porcupine that dances.
Okay, it was Yuri.
The way
it was Stephanie Murphy.
I'm pretty sure he's been dancing since last year. So like,
Yuri, Stephanie Murphy, and a girl who had on antlers. But
All right,
we
all right.
were dancing the
Babe,
hardest in that
babe,
party, and I'm a good dancer.
I hear you what you're saying. I kind of view like the winners of those things at like big gay dance party. It's kind of like the director of Lord of the Rings. He doesn't like actually get like an award until like he's like done with a trilogy. I don't even know what the fuck is.
No, that's
but you know what I'm
bullshit.
saying? It's like you got to put your work in. These are the people that go up there. Besides
No,
Daniel,
it's a
who just got
contest.
lucky.
No, Daniel deserved to win. It was a true win, but it's not a popularity contest. It's who was dancing in there.
It is
Who
a
was
popularity
turning?
contest.
It is a popularity
Who was
contest.
turning?
They do it based on
tearing up that
applause.
party. Yes, but she picks the people who get to go up on the stage and get applause.
Yeah.
Which is her party, but I didn't feel like everyone up there should not have been up there. That's just how I felt.
I will agree. There were some people that I didn't think deserved to be up there, and others that should have been. I will give you that. There's some that
Especially
did,
me.
there's some that didn't.
Jesus. I know. Like I was dancing harder than anyone in that party. I know. I felt it the next day. Jesus.
Well,
I
me
can't
too,
be
babe.
doing
What
that.
about me?
You were ready to go. I don't know where you got so much energy from.
I don't know.
I do.
I mean, just I mean, just for what we did and how that I had you on your knees. That should have got you up there.
Jesus.
I
Get
missed
over
that
yourself.
move. Can we get like a diagram or something? From what are you talking
No,
about?
where you know.
He's making, for those of you listening to the audio only version of the show, he's making spanking motions with his hand. And what was that one? That was a nice little like a kind of like a pull closer, gropish kind of.
That was when I had her face grinded on.
Oh
Yeah.
wow!
Yeah.
What can I say?
Yeah, she should have got that just because I did that to her. She should have got up there for that.
I think I should have got up there. But anyway, it was my night. It was our night. I really felt like unstoppable.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. That was by far my favorite part.
I can't wait for these fucking videos though.
I know.
They
dying.
they could ruin me.
Do you guys have any footage that you're kind of like dying to release?
I don't.
To
I don't.
release?
Yeah, like that you have, or I mean, we got the walkthrough.
Yeah, well, no, I have the walkthrough which I need to release.
I kind of want whatever footage you have from that, and then I want to edit it all together.
I had an issue with the walkthrough where like my camera for some reason like would turn off on its own.
I had the same problem.
I had no idea why that
with
did that.
my cell
It
phone.
would-
Like I felt so prepared for that walkthrough. Like I
Yeah.
knew exactly how I was going to do it. I've been talking about doing it for I don't know how many shows, how many episodes we've done.
like I did a walkthrough
Yeah.
into the sex dome, and I kind of like did like a whole loop
Right.
like round and up, and I don't think that even recorded. And there's a couple conversations I had, and I looked and it wasn't even on there.
Yeah.
So my walkthrough is gonna suck.
Mine's
there's
going to be
multiple parts
choppy
missing.
too. Yeah.
Yeah, and you gotta get the footage from Murdoch because he did a bunch of cool shots. with
Yeah.
his GoPro.
Well, hopefully you all can just edit them together and make one big video.
Hopefully, I mean the footage that I really want to see is footage I didn't take. So the proposal, like all the video from the proposal. I
Yeah,
haven't
I'm
seen any
dying
of
for that to come out.
Except for like Murdoch showed me a little bit that he took. Other than that, I haven't seen any of it.
No.
I know
there
are
aren't
multiple-
even that many pictures if you think about it.
Yeah, I know. I wish there's not that many pictures during it, which I wish there were. Well, there were, but I haven't seen them.
Yeah,
yet. I
there
know
were
a
so
bunch of
many people
yeah,
taking pictures.
Yeah, and on top of that, all the footage from like the Big Gay Dance Party, the photos and video that people were taking, I would love to see that. I've only seen a handful of pictures get released so far. I know it's only a couple days after Porcfest, but I really wish more of that footage was released. But going
Do
back
you
to your
think
point,
people
Shire,
will
dude,
release more footage or?
Oh yeah, I'm sitting on a ton of it.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I'm gonna finish some Alt Expo speeches first, but
yeah.
And I released all my stills, but I have just videos and videos and videos. Like I have one video of Liberty Phoenix motorboating, Rob Mathias.
Oh my god, I remember that.
Yeah. And that one is so good that I think I might actually put it behind like a paywall. Like with that guy, you remember we use what's it called? No, Watch My Bit.
You're gonna put that on Watch My Bit.
On Watch My Bit. Yeah, I put in for an account today. So hopefully he confirms, and then the sooner he confirms, the sooner we can all pay to see Liberty Phoenix motorboat Rob Mathias.
Yeah, that was a little,
priceless.
I didn't think he actually was going to do that.
Yeah.
And then he pushed it a couple seconds farther than I thought he would. Now, mind you, I was super drunk at about to go on Off the Air Live, and he just comes over. He was on Off the Air Live. I think he literally left the mic to do that to me, or something along those lines. It was.
Yeah, we were doing the show, and Cody's just sitting there like devastated, like, "What happened to my show, man?" And like we had just drunkenly taken over. Off the Air Live.
Everyone was so drunk, and we smoked up the studio. At one point, I thought that me and Daniel got in there, and we just started smoking, even though we were sitting right by the fire alarm, and we didn't even realize. So we tried to open the windows and blow it out.
Oh, I didn't even know.
Yeah, like that was a risk. We took a risk to get high and smoke up that studio, but we did it. It was nice watching you guys stone, especially after being so tired. I had a good time.
Oh, that was a great night.
Yeah.
Well, every night there was a great night, but man, yeah, back to Phoenix. Like he I don't know, maybe he was finally showing his,
Did you know Phoenix or like hang out with him last Porcfest?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
Well, first, that's how I actually started talking to him. I met him first at last year's Porcfest.
Yeah, me too.
I didn't
actually
know that.
interviewed him. One thing I had done, I did a which I'm yet to release. It's actually on my Raw YouTube channel, but I took a bunch from last year's Porcfest.
The tattoo
videos, and he had just got a porcupine tattoo, a flaming porcupine tattoo. I think actually Shadrock did it, but he got that on his shoulder, and we almost had a crying moment.
Oh, I need to get my tattoo.
He's going back home. Yeah, we know. I know, but we gotta get tattoos soon.
We're muted.
Yeah, we're.
So the protect. Yes, please, because like I don't know if you've seen this, but can we all just like look at this?
Yeah, we can take you to get that.
Thank you.
Rob's face.
With Rob, look at that video.
Rob's fucking face. Look at your face.
He hates that video.
And you actually say, I'm not high enough for that. And then I have Phoenix stripping.
Oh, yeah. He's like, I'm a fan.
There's a lot of kind of philosophy that surrounds liberty. There's a lot of thinking about it, talking about it. But here in New Hampshire,
Cody's like, what has happened to my show? He's coming over on
Liberty
Saturday.
lives in New Hampshire.
I think
A documentary by Free State Project Early
priceless.
Movers.
Listen
Watch
to
it
what he
free.
says.
101reasonsfilm.com. 101reasonsfilm.com.
radio is the most personal of media. It exists right now in your head. If you listen to Free Talk Live regularly,
was that like actually
you know
on
me.
the air?
Free Talk Live is on more than
I
160
think so.
radio stations around
gotta
the
post
U.S.
this
It's been
picture on
downloaded
Facebook,
on every
that's
continent
fucking
around the
hilarious.
world. Hundreds of thousands of listeners with
No,
app
not the video.
packages
Okay,
from
the
$600
picture.
a month to
Oh, you can use
$6,000
that
a
as Shardu can
Imagine
use
what
it as
you
a
can do for
teaser
your
so people can
business,
pay on Watch My
project,
Bit to see the video.
website or idea.
That's a good teaser photo.
Because this is.
Here's a chance to do a little activism while you're cruising Facebook, Twitter, or Google
Post that
Plus.
stuff.
Between the LOL cats,
No,
the
you gotta put it
recipes,
up for
the
Watch My
hot
Bit.
girls, the
But
inspirational
seriously though,
sunrise memes,
Rebel
Free Talk
World
Live's
television
post
show.
pass by your
It'd be
newsfeed.
like
'em,
fucking,
comment.
and we
It
could
gives us
sell
more
it.
exposure. If you
We
don't
could
see our
like give it
posts,
to like
click like at
HBO or something.
facebook.freetalklive.com,
After we
and
do
then
like
hover over
one
it to
like
click get
like
notifications.
like a
It's an easy
season.
way to spread the ideas.
That's a
Shire
lot of
season.
editing, though.
I know you're busy.
But just we do it once and then have them if they like it, they pick it up. Yeah.
That's another one of my favorite pictures. I don't know.
Or
what
we
the
can see
fuck-
how many views we get with that one.
I don't know what the fuck is going on. In this.
I was painting Renee's ass with
What-
glitter.
what's
and
Rob doing?
I don't know what Rob was doing.
Wait, what is that?
That body paint looks so good in that photo, and like I don't know what the fuck happened to it at the party.
host of that.
I don't know, like
Ecstasy.
Anne was doing that, and you were doing like that behind her.
Yeah, I thought it was funny.
Oh, it was hilarious. I was just like, what the fuck happened?
Per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,172.
Oh, I forgot
per
what she
ounce.
put all those
And according
handprints
to
on my
Bitcoin
legs.
average
Yeah,
pound,
it was awesome.
Bitcoin
And
is
then it just melted.
$264.
That's what happens when you're sweating. You're on MDMA.
Intel.com reports weekend reports of a
I've
Yeah,
never
that's true.
fucking sweated so hard, actually.
Primarily
I have to get going
because there
I
are
can't
now
tell
being
you.
denied by
Yeah.
officials who say
I
they
have to go get
instead
them
will
later.
be building up security along the
That sounds
border in
horrible.
areas the Kurds control. The rhetoric
The cat's
generally
hanging out.
continues, however, with one Turkish newspaper
It's just
declaring the
everything.
Kurds in
Sounds
Syria
bad.
more dangerous than the Islamic State,
Sorry.
and officials
I have a
are
place to
publicly taking the
Good.
U.S. to
And you get to
task
keep
for
your
its
kitties
early
and
into the Kurdish
hotel
YPG
party
inside
Friday.
Syria, seeing it as a
Awesome.
threat to Turkey's border.
If they're-
I thought you
Turkey's
said
policy
Thursday.
in the
Oh, I
Syrian
forgot about
war
that.
has
Yeah.
been
Thursday
or
almost
Friday?
entirely by
No, Thursday.
Southern
Can we not do
Kurdish
Thursday? Because I won't be here. I'll be in
movements
Concord.
there. So far, however,
We can do
that
that.
has
Oh,
led
where
the
you being
Turkish
Congo?
over
Well, we gotta-
I have a board meeting.
Al-Qaeda
Oh,
and
yeah,
large
for the
Kurdish
foundation.
Yeah.
We gotta make
where
sure. I gotta
Syria
make sure there's a hot tub.
was.
No,
And
yeah,
while
make
the
sure
US
there's a
and
hot tub.
Turkey's
Well, maybe you can come late
allies
on
see
Thursday.
the Islamic
'Cause I
State
still gotta
as a
work.
big problem right now. Turkey
Yeah, I still gotta work, and this
as
hotel
the
is
biggest
open all
deal,
night, and if it's
and
not,
with
we'll
the
break
US
in.
backing those Kurds,
Or you could just call me and be like, "Hey, can you let me in?"
They're
Sure.
effectively making the YPG
We don't even have to
an
break
even
into this
stronger
pool.
faction. Turkey has
Okay.
gotten itself into
Well,
a
I mean, yeah, I have
with
to.
this
I have to go
policy,
to. I'll be up in
however, as they
at
try to
Area
slowly
23
buffer
for
zone
like an
carved
hour
out
or
of
so.
Syrian
Yeah.
Kurdistan
So I'll be. I won't be
the
back till like
reality
9
is
o'clock.
it will weaken
9?
the
Let me
Kurds
do
and
that
by
8.
extension,
Well, it's at
the pressure
7:30.
off the Islamic
So
State,
it's a half.
meaning
Even if it's an
Turkey
hour
will almost certainly
long,
be
it's a half an
alone
hour
in
drive
supporting this
back.
policy.
And we just go to the pool.
What?
We don't have to work in the morning.
Roberts has been a trusted source for buying
That's
Oh,
and
true.
selling your investment.
No, you
No, I
don't.
have Friday off.
Okay, then, yeah. So it doesn't matter how late we
I'll
stay.
we'll be up late on Thursday.
We can do this. Let's get the beers and call it.
I just gotta make sure there's a hot
digital
tub.
currency.
Even if it's
Even
just
if
the
there's
pool.
not, you guys are
For
totally.
knowledgeable advice on investing and a
Okay.
forward-thinking approach to
Yeah.
new
I mean,
technology.
there may be a pool, too.
850-478.
All right, well, let us know.
5270 or online at rrbi.co.
Buddy, thanks for stopping by.
Pittsburgh, Mississippi
I'll,
arrested
now that I'm
two people
living in
after a team
Manchester.
of killers discovered the body of a woman
Yeah, we'll
Sunday
go hang out and have lunch.
Memorial Hospital, reputed to be one of the state's most haunted sites. The group found the body of 69-year-old Sharon Wilson lying outside the old hospital.
Yeah.
Though police said blood trails indicate that she was inside the building at one point and appeared to have head trauma. David Childers, co-founder of the Mississippi Paranormal Research
See you later, everybody.
Institute, was not among the ghost hunters who discovered Wilson's body.
Wherever
Police
you
Chief
are.
Walter Armstrong told WAPT TV in Jackson that Raphael McLeod and his nephew Akeem McLeod were arrested and faced charges related to the woman's death. Police said the McLeods confessed to breaking into Wilson's home, kidnapping and robbing her, but they said that they left her on the side of the road. The two had been arrested after they were pulled over for
Yeah, that was literally the
and
best
were
comment on
discovered
that
to be
picture,
allegedly
though.
driving Wilson's
Which
vehicle.
comment and on what picture?
On the tip pic,
By Dr.
me,
Barker,
my tip
11-year-old
pic.
Max must survive the
What
zombie
comment was that?
apocalypse alone in New
When you
Hampshire.
said I made this my profile picture, and then some guy said I made this my profile picture too, but I don't think my wife would be very happy.
Freedom Scouts training to plan his escape, but first he must prove
It's
that
weird.
he's
My
too
that
smart
picture's
to
still
die.
on my Facebook, but
Survivor
it's been
Max on
removed from my
Facebook and
Instagram.
Amazon, or read chapter 1 free
Yeah.
at survivormax.com. Reuters reports
Well,
the
maybe,
US Supreme Court on Monday found that a lethal injection drug used by Oklahoma does not violate the U.S. Constitution's ban on cruel and unusual punishment, a ruling that provoked a caustic debate among the justices about the death penalty in the U.S. The 5-4 ruling prompted Stephen Breyer and Ruth Bader Ginsburg to say for the first time they believe that capital punishment, as currently practiced, may be unconstitutional. They are the only members of the court who have expressed such views. The decision was a defeat for death penalty foes and for the 3 death row
I was gonna
inmates
say,
who
babe, it's not
challenged the
Mike.
use of a sedative called midazolam as part of Oklahoma's lethal injection process, saying it cannot achieve the level of unconsciousness required for surgery, making it unsuitable.
Are you guys doing
for
Seditious
execution.
Sirens Friday?
Justice Samuel Alito, writing on behalf of the court, said that the inmate had failed to demonstrate that any risk of harm was substantial
Or should I not
when
ask that
compared to a
question right
known
now?
and available alternative method of execution. This has been FPP Radio News, online at fppradio.com.
crammed into tiny bar stools.
So what you kids want to talk about next segment?
Filthy cars where moving their limbs is either incomfortable or impossible. Hundreds of thousands.
I do want to talk about the actual activism that I have planned for
Can we-
Friday.
Well, can we?
I know
thought this show's about Porcfest.
It is, but
Well, can we talk
happens in a
about the
couple days.
activism that happened at Porcfest?
Oh yeah,
And then you can save your
we
announcement for later.
We talked about the tax collector like on both episodes.
Oh, well, I didn't talk about it.
Marinated
Mhm.
chicken and dry.
And I cop block more than you.
Which one?
You're coming back in one.
I cop block more than you. You were doing shows. I went out cop blocking for a demo.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
You can give that story.
Vastly more than their bodies can handle. It's the cruel promotions like 25-cent wing nights and family-sized buckets of chicken. Help stop the brutality by visiting.
This is the Onion News Network.
Welcome back to the Rebel Love Show. And during our last episode at Porcfest, some cop blocking took place because a demo was apparently pulled over in Lancaster.
Yeah, we announced it on the air when he got pulled over because we heard it on the rate. Or no, people came into the studio.
Yeah, but it was being talked on radio
Yeah.
chatter.
Oh my god, that thing was actually a lifesaver. I'm glad you got me one. That was awesome.
I know, and mine wasn't even working. half
I
the
know.
time.
You should have got Ian to set yours up. He programmed mine, and it was just awesome. He was like, I was in on everything right away. People thought I was a park ranger, and I was like, nah, I'm just like, this is I get to hear it all from here. It was great. But yeah, I jumped at the chance to go cop block every time.
So when you left the studio, the Elrond studio there in the media room at Porcfest, what happened?
When I left your world, your portion of the show, since we're in a reality TV show in my head.
Me too.
Yeah. So when I left, I don't even who I was with Daniel, and we were trying to find a ride, and then we ran into Derek J of Derek J's Victimless Crime Spree, and he offered us a ride in his car, and then everyone spent like 20 minutes checking to see if they had drugs on them, which we all did, probably. Most of us anyway. And we just decided, fuck it, let's go. And we went to go find him actually, and he wasn't even there. Like, we couldn't find him. We like drove both ways. It was still pretty exciting. Especially having stood up to the tax collectors earlier in the week. Like, it was just nice to see everyone like rally together. Like, when something like that happens, like everyone was just ready to go. Like, no questions asked. Let's jump in this car. Let's find this dude and help him out. It was great.
Oh yeah, it was cool that that's like normal life here.
I really like cop block, and if you want us to endorse any cop block with like hoodies and sweaters and stuff, just go ahead, send it to us. You can email me at seditioussirens.com. Me and Renee are small, so yeah, just saying.
Just saying. We want some free swag.
I love cop block. I'll rep for you guys. So.
Well, you do. We always do the cop block DUI checkpoints, though. I never seen you really go cop blocking outside of that, babe.
I think that is the best sort of cop blocking.
Oh, I agree. It is definitely the best cop block.
Besides just recording them when I see them, but I rarely have incidents where I don't go. I'm not an ambulance chaser. I don't go running after cops. I don't care about them or want their presence in my day-to-day life. But if I can help out a friend, I'm there.
If it's someone I know, or if it's something that happens literally right in front of me and I'm holding my phone, I want to take it out and hit record.
Yeah,
I want to do that.
Yeah, because it's literally like a drastic change of like my feeling towards someone who'd like to call themselves my authority. Like, I'm always gonna be there to like cop blocking it at Porcfest twice at Porcfest. Like, that was awesome.
Yeah. The fact that those tax collectors just came up like that was like an alley-oop. It's like we how can we not like go out there and record?
They were outside building the roads.
I know. We didn't even talk about that. Yeah, I mean, for like one day we're taking a group shot in front of a tax collector car. The next day there's the state's literally building the fucking road in front of
right
Porcfest.
outside of Porcfest.
Well, no, the state wasn't building the roads.
It was a
The
private company.
Private
I'm
contractors
sorry,
were
my
building the
apologies.
roads, and they were hired by the state.
I remember we're coming back from the hotel, babe, and Murdoch was in the car, and he's like, you gotta drop me off right here. I gotta take a shot. I gotta take a picture of this. He like literally jumped out of the car.
Yeah, like
got
Riley
a
was
really
still
good picture,
moving,
though.
probably.
This was right after we got back from the river. So like literally, he's jumping out of the car. Next thing you know, we don't even see him till after our trip. So after our trip, we finally run into him at like midnight or something like that.
We met back
like,
up with him.
We're like, holy shit, what happened to you? Because we've been on this crazy journey, and he starts telling me about how he's going to like this millionaire's like fucking like mansion for like dinner. And, just
it
randomly
was like his
happened.
own little. Everyone's having their own little Porcfest journeys. This shit should have been documented, man.
What about you, Shire dude? We weren't spending too much time.
What was happening in Shireland?
What happened in Shireland? What happened with you?
I don't know. It was a blur. It was a blur. I was on something pretty much every day. Whether it be just a lot of caffeine or alcohol or some other drug, and yeah, man, just a lot of hotel room sex. That's really. I did that a lot more than I thought I would, actually.
See, we split that up between the hotel and the campsite.
What about you, Renee Cake? What was happening on the cake experience?
What was happening on the cake experience? I did a lot of drinking and sitting and watching, because that's like one of the best parts is like, being
Just
a fly on the log.
People watching at the campfire was really interesting.
Yeah.
Because there were a lot of people there who started showing up, especially near the end of the week, that I just had no idea who they were.
There were a lot of characters.
Yeah, some really interesting ones. I had a lot of people come up to me and actually like say, "Hey, like Shire dude, I appreciate your work," or "Shire dude, like I watched the Rebel Love Show." I had one guy like talking to me about what episode that he liked, which I thought was really cool.
What episode was that?
He brought up the Rich Paul Lauren Rumpler episode that we did, where we all got completely wasted.
That was actually a pretty fun episode.
I know.
It's being what it is, Yeah. And by the way, Daniel, who was in the audience that just left, he almost ruined our Porcfest.
What?
You know why? Because he had the artist formerly known thereof, O-Girl, with him at that campsite. She was sharing that campsite right across from us, but luckily we really never ran into it.
Mhm.
So that was a plus. But
That
he
was
almost ruined the greatest Porcfest of our life.
I had zero interaction with her during Porcfest. I thought it was kind of interesting. Like,
Stop Free Shire, dude.
I watched, Stop Shire, dude. She's heading that up.
It's just the best.
Oh man, that Stop Shire dude video on YouTube is hilarious. It's I don't know if I've explained that on the show yet.
I don't think you have.
It's so fucking funny.
Yeah, it's really interesting because it's like this like Stop Shire dude video that I filmed with her as a joke. Like she was doing a bit. She was, doing a character, and we were just kind of having like messing around. And this was like months ago. And then all of the things she said in the video somehow came true. And so I put the video out, and it's just something I had never released before, just because I was kind of saving it for a rainy day. And it turns out it was pouring.
See, you should have left that as a comment to her accusations about you and the season finale of Shire D. That would have been amazing.
I had all these great ideas when she accused me of theft and extortion, and I had all these kind of like witty remarks to come back with. But really, when somebody accuses you of serious stuff like that, no matter how nobody believes them, you really just got to kind of take it seriously, I think. Especially in Manchester, city of drama.
City of drama and dreams and marshmallows.
Nah, Keen's known for drama itself. Yeah,
I was just gonna say Keen's
here's
the
thing.
Manch level drama
people,
though.
Oh my God.
I want to give Renee some. I want to give her this. Yeah. We're still, in the grand scheme of things, folks, everyone at this table except for Renee here, we're still kind of noobs in this community. Like she's OG.
I'm OG though.
She's not freestyler. She's OG. She's been here for like a Shire decade since before we got here. So she's seen a lot of drama hit the fan.
What?
Yeah, so much drama. Jesus. And then we've taken her away. We've made her a mannequin. We made the OG Renee Kate.
No, you guys really did. I wouldn't have done it had you guys not been like, knock it off, get out here. And I'm like, but you're like, go to the Quill. And then I like partied at that place, and then it was fun. And then I was like,
Keene is fucking dead.
Yeah.
Even though you go to Keene all the time, but
I haven't gone lately.
I
I've
mean,
been there.
Renee was the only
used to go
reason I
there
ever
every
went,
month.
and I was still angry. So it was like, I mean, not that I don't like everyone in Keene. Like I say this all the time. Like I love partying with those motherfuckers.
What
like
about my
they can
dog?
party. And Jazzy, yes, I love Jazzy. But Keene itself, I don't want to be there. Like awesome people come to Manchester because I fucking hate Keene.
And you know what?
Do you
Neither does anybody. All the people in Keene, for the most part, like probably 75% of the people in Keene are like, I don't want to be in Keene. This sucks.
So, do you think that Manchester's winning like the PR game and movers?
Yes,
this
just
part,
judging on
yeah.
how many people like that we actually, well, we didn't know them, but people who knew us as we just walked around Porcfest, like so many people, it was kind of
We
crazy.
do post a lot of photos, babe. I know
And
it was
people-
kind of crazy though.
I want to invite everyone who listens to the Rebel Love Show to our ceremony. Imagine.
I almost just lost $50, you guys.
How did you almost lose $50?
Because I forgot to pay rent.
Well, the time has
come
come to sign the pledge.
Dumbass.
FreeStateProject.org. These things have happened.
Ian let
in
me
New
fucking
Hampshire,
sleep all
and
day.
You can join us and help. FreeStateProject.org.
Did you pay it?
Sign up now.
Yeah, I just
at
did.
FreeStateProject.org.
How do you pay it?
Does this
I sent it with
I love
Google
how you had
Wallet.
Ash in the camera
After
twice.
you're introduced to someone, you forget his or her name. It's a common faux pas you'll want to avoid, especially if you're a job seeker. And even if you're not, here's a tip. As you are
Wait,
being
Pedro added a
introduced,
a
and while
photo
you're still
of me.
shaking hands, smiling,
Where is the
making eye
lighter?
contact, say the person's
Lighter,
name
lighter,
aloud.
lighter.
Not only does that make a deposit,
I'm
in
I'm
your
serious,
memory
guys.
bank,
Rebel Love
it
World.
acknowledges the other person, and that is more
Rebel
than a
Love World?
nuance,
Where's
as
this
is
picture of
maintaining
me?
Rebel
eye
World.
contact. Money and attention so scarce now.
What if someone actually did pick us up
Communication skills
and we're in a
have
reality
never
show,
been
and then
more
we never
important.
have to go to work
Cutting
again?
through the clutter
I would gladly quit my job just to like be on camera.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would do that in a heartbeat.
For more tips,
You know what I should have done in hindsight? I should have started the video with the Stop Shy Dude video with like the Objectivist Girl theme song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To assist you in doing so, you'll find resources at promote.lrn.fm, including details on how to get a free bumper sticker and quarter page flyers you can print out and distribute.
Well, we need to go
Can I have a
shopping because I
lighter?
already
As well as
told you
files that will
what
allow you to make
I
your own
want.
custom banners and
So when can we
graphics.
do
Visit
that?
promote.lrn.fm and
Soon.
help bring new listeners to the Liberty Radio.
Lighter?
So you
Lighter,
watched
anybody?
her.
Promote.lrn.fm.
I what?
Free Talk Live.
You watched the roast, right?
I watched the first few people. I watched until Brett, and then after Brett, like Brett killed at the roast. He was so good. I was like, no one's gonna beat this, and I left.
Well, I heard Murdoch was telling me that everyone tore up Old Girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Brett did the best. Did you see it?
No, I haven't
No,
seen
I
any
haven't
of it.
Oh
I
man.
was
I
too busy
wish I would've
partying
came.
still.
Brett led with, well, he finished her off with this amazing joke. He said, he's like, what was it? Oh, girl, yeah, Lauren was at my house recording stuff for School Sucks, and I looked at her and I thought, man, what was it? Oh, what's the joke?
No.
He's like, man, I would fuck the shit out of her, but then I thought, I wonder if I could fuck the annoying out of her, and it was like everyone was just like, whoa. It was so good. It killed me. Yeah, man.
Babe, where's
He did
the,
that. He did some of the funny stuff that he
lighter?
did on our show. He mentioned the Walter Block Eats Babies video.
You mentioned our show?
Walter Block defends eating babies. No, he didn't mention our show, but he used that joke. Yeah. Oh, man. It was so good. Yeah, that's another great video for you, newbie 66. So, Walter Block defends eating babies.
This Your Family Today tip is brought to you by Ovaltine. Give your kids the nutrition they
Was
need to
Newbie
be their
66 at
best.
Porcfest?
Visit us at
Maybe.
ovaltineusa.com.
There's multiple people that said they met me, and I don't know who they were. It's weird. You know what's odd is when people came up to me and like said, "Hey, Rob, how's it going?" or something like that. And I don't know if I've ever been introduced to them or not. So I just acted as if I knew who they were, but I didn't.
You can interact with other LRN listeners in our message
And I
board
feel
at
bad about that too,
forum.lrn.fm.
because I literally only have a certain like faces like I can remember. Well, welcome back to the Rebel Love Show. And before we just go off the, cuff with whatever we're talking about, because we never really stay on topic. Friday, I actually have activism talk to talk about. The Foundation for New Hampshire Independence that I'm a part of, we're doing a independence outreach this Friday in Manchester at Arms Park. Manchester is throwing their Independence Day rally where they're going to have like music and food and fireworks.
Oh, and that's right, because Saturday is Secession Day, right?
Saturday is Secession Day,
Yeah.
but Manchester celebrates it on the 3rd instead of the 4th. So on the 3rd, we're going to be out there celebrating independence, secession, and how better way to celebrate independence by advocating independence from the Union.
I try to celebrate secession every day.
Well, I don't
You
blame
know,
you for that. Yeah.
sometimes I go outside and I draw little chalk circles around myself, and I say, "Ha world." Just around my feet.
That reminds me of your poem at Artsy Fartsy. I love that. Could you recite that again?
Oh man, I might be able to do it during the next break.
Oh, that would be
If
awesome.
you guys are watching us, rebelloveshow.com, and then click on live. If you're watching the cam, you'll be able to see us still on breaks, and I'll go ahead and find it and recite it during the break.
Okay.
I wrote this was Friday night, so the big gay dance party night. After I had danced up a storm, I was walking around outside, and then it hit me like a ton of bricks. I was like, I need to write a poem, and I think it might have still been the drugs, actually.
Nice.
And I went and Cecilyn got me a notepad, and we were just chilling in our hotel room, and we were like saying rhymes at each other. Actually, a few of those lines are hers. She helped me out a bit.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
I
so
mean,
we really co-wrote it.
That shit was official. And if you guys don't know, Shire Dude is going to officiate our ceremony.
Yeah.
'Cause he is
we're
our
making
shaman.
other shamans jealous. of the
Yes,
Shire.
we are.
It's true.
Like multiple people have asked if they could
If
officiate.
they could officiate
and
the
I'm
love
saying,
ceremony.
No, you cannot. It will be the shaman, and that
it's
is
an honor.
final.
You better
And
be
can
prepared
you
for
do
it.
the whole ceremony in a poem?
I was thinking, actually, I was going to ask you that. I was going to ask if that was okay. If I could do the entire
You
thing
don't
in
have to
rhyme.
ask me anything. You have
Okay,
creative
but
control.
Here's the thing: is if I do the entire thing in rhyme, I would like for you guys to have some rhymes too to say, because that would look really cool. You know what I mean? I mean, you don't have to do the entire thing in rhyme. Like if you have like vows or something you want to do.
Yeah, we'll probably
We have
we're
to hammer
definitely
out a
gonna
lot of
write our
details.
own vow. Yeah, it's gonna be. This is gonna be.
You don't have to rhyme your vows. I think that'd be too difficult.
No, that'd be difficult. But yeah, I do want us to write something to each other. But yeah, if you could, I don't know, make
I
it
would
just
love
epic.
to, yeah. And of course, we'd have to get a good PA system too. I think
I want really good.
ourselves.
Yeah, no, I want really good like speakers. Like I've
Yeah.
told Rob, because I like the ideas that I'm having involve very, very big, loud speakers.
one thing I felt
With
bad
lots of
about,
bass.
during your proposal was you had this big crowd of people, and it was like,
Yeah, you couldn't hear
I
Rob.
think I feel like a lot of people couldn't hear you guys.
I try to project as
I mean,
much
we
as
got it
can.
on video though. We had a guy with a boom mic running at the last second.
Yeah.
So we'll get, people can watch
And
that.
By the way, kudos to both Bo Davis and
Joe
Fetz.
People
also
are
Derek
looking
was
at
out
the
there. Shire Dude
photos.
was recording. Murdoch was recording. I know Tennyson was out there taking pictures.
Just imagine normal people, like, because I have normal people on my friends list looking at those photos. You know, it's not just any like there's this guy with
Yeah.
a fucking boom mic and like cameras everywhere.
I love it in Murdoch's angle. You see Joe run up with the boom mic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Yeah, but this ceremony is it's in a year, but I feel like that year is gonna run by so fast. But it's gonna be epic. And everyone's invited. Just so you know, everyone.
Well, it's gonna be a pork fest, so of course everyone's invited.
Every single person. Like, come just to see us. I don't care. Buy a 1-day ticket, but you're invited.
Yeah, absolutely. It'd be kind of crazy if it actually ended up like on the schedule.
Oh, the marriage or the love
wedding
ceremony?
Oh, the
what if we got like
Revolution
official
ceremony.
Free State Project like endorsement of our marriage somehow?
I bet you could get it on the schedule.
Maybe I think we could.
I don't see why not.
Why not ask? I mean, they talked about they mentioned us in the
Hey,
Porcfest
you know
comments.
what? If they're going to be you, yeah, they mentioned us, and they're probably. I mean, the fact that Bo's doing this video because he's they're already hired to make Porcfest videos.
You guys weren't the only proposal too.
Yeah,
I know
no,
at least one more.
we recorded. We were at the other one too.
Yeah, the other one.
I'm glad we went first.
Well, first off, I'm happy for his proposal was great. It was actually at a Jordan Page concert at on Saturday. And Jordan stopped and he had him bring him up on stage and everything like that. It was cute. It was beautiful. Don't get me wrong. It was great. But oh my God, mind blowing that out of the water. I spent months planning that too. Months. And some things didn't work out properly, but I spent months planning.
It was beautiful, babe.
Yeah. Even though Renee dropped the ball at one point, but she still came through with a lot of the planning.
Yeah, I suck.
Well, she's gonna make it up at the ceremony, and I'm telling you, like, I have some crazy shit in mind. Like, I really want you to have a whole shaman outfit. We gotta shop, man. We gotta start working on that.
Yeah, we're talking about having a bigger hat,
a bigger mushroom hat, maybe a mushroom robe to go with the hat.
I'll wear the robe I have, but if we can get a mushroom robe too, that'd be pretty cool.
Like a robe, just like what you have, but like
even trippier. We could get
like with a trail.
We can get a robe in like tie-dye or something. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. See, this shit's gonna be awesome, man. Know what I'm saying? The Rebel Love Show wedding 2016. So you're invited.
Yeah, next Porcfest, it's gonna be probably the best party at Porcfest. I'll tell you that.
Oh, it has to be.
With no buzzes, it's just gonna be us.
There's gonna be a big gay dance party. Someone's gonna take up the mantle. Someone has to. It's an annual, just like how we took up the mantle of doing a podcast party at Liberty Forum. When the previous party organizers got.
Oh, what about Marcel Fontaine? He could take it over.
Marcel Fontaine he wasn't even at Porcfest this year.
Why was he not at Porcfest?
I don't know.
Work. That's bullshit. Fuck work.
A few people, yeah.
He was upset.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
I met him for the first time last year.
I literally would have quit my job if they said I couldn't work on the Porcfest. Well, I'm not working anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no way I could have missed up.
Yeah, I didn't even know what I had in store.
I know. See, that's the crazy thing. We've literally been talking about Porcfest in front of you for an entire year.
Yeah,
and it's just not me. It's pretty much everyone you meet. It's like, have you been to Porcfest yet?
And you know what? I believed you guys, but it's like whatever you guys told me is even better than that. It was even better than that. So if you weren't at Porcfest, like now it's just you don't have common sense if you're not going.
You know what I really feel bad for are all the people that were at Porcfest and they went home, like home. And I always tell them, like, I go home to Porcfest. Porcfest is like as great as Porcfest is. I just come back and I'm still around the same people. Like it's not like I'm not around. I'm only around these people for 1 week of the year. I'm around most of these people for the entire year, all the time. And you're not going back into like the whole Matrix setting. You know what I'm saying? You're not alone and just talking to your friends on the internet that all think like you. You're just around these people all the time.
And that really made me realize I need to talk to more people on the internet, because people, like, everyone I met was really nice and really sweet, and I really got along with a lot of people. So that inspired me to talk to more strangers on the internet.
Porcfest makes you talk to strangers.
I've been told no in many different ways.
I give you an order and you're going to obey it.
You can do that and you have to leave here.
You cannot bring Simon to the rally. Walk with me.
Oh yeah, I just got tagged in 2 of them.
Yeah, I'm tagging you.
Oh, I gotta download this. You look so. Oh my god, I look at this photo. We look horribly high. Oh, it's right there. Oh my god, Bo Davis is right behind us.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I think I'm gonna. Yeah. No. Yeah, the mics are hot.
Yeah, they're hot.
Oh yeah.
We're on break. This is still live radio.
Sort
of.
I think we should have someone call the cops on you guys when you're getting married and being like, these guys are getting illegal married.
That is not out of nowhere.
No. Literally out of fucking nowhere.
Derek J's Victimless Crime Spree. Watch it for
Yes,
free.
but he was acting like that.
And like I was just like,
Victimlesscrimespree.com.
because like I thought I
By the way, kudos to Bruno, man. Kudos to Bruno.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's rocking out.
General Steel has made it impossible to wait any longer with rock-bottom
Start
prices that could
4 up.
save you thousands.
That'd
That's
be
right.
great
General
part.
Steel, America's leader in pre-engineered structures, is offering
That's
buildings at
awesome.
prices you will never see again. Don't miss these prices. A 50 by
Renee,
100 for under
he's
$30,000.
literally-
You heard right. That's 5,000 square feet.
But so
under
you can't
$50,000.
basically
Manufacturers,
apologize.
If you need
He
a larger building, try a 100
just
by
don't
100
understand. Like, I
commercial
literally
building for
just in the
$129,000. You can't afford to rent with these prices.
Now hold the phone, the 66. I know you're implying that I created the evil Jeffrey Tucker account, and that was not me. That's I'm pretty sure it's Ian Googling. Whoever's doing Ian Googling also did evil Jeffrey Tucker. Either that or it's a copycat account.
Oh my god.
I feel like there's a lot of like Googling accounts that are coming up. Like I haven't even looked at Mark Edge Googling yet.
Informants, agents provocateurs, narcs, finks, and similar vermin. Rats was written by OG libertarian Claire Wolf. Is a short
There's so many pictures of Bruno. Oh, look at you and Stephanie Murphy.
I thought it was really interesting in
That fucking
Julie Borowski's article about her her like 5 seconds when she was at Porcfest. She talked about how she did a thing with O Girl and Stephanie Murphy and Julia Turiansky. And she linked Lauren Rumpler's name to the Objectivist Girl YouTube account, which I thought that was done. I thought that was kind of weird.
You need to get over him. He is such a fucking douchebag. You can't fix it because he's still him.
See this photo?
Please do your online shopping at shop.lrn.fm.
You're way too
this
cute
out.
to be acting like a basic ass bitch.
Alternative media and publishing company.
Wait, is there already an Objectivist Girl parody account?
There might be.
Oh, I'll start one. Oh, now I just did it on there.
Peace, freedom, love, and liberty. FPP also
Derek
gives New
Davis
Authors an
package.
avenue for publishing freedom-oriented material. FPP brings you daily news and commentary on the
Him so
website
high.
fpp.cc,
Renee,
as
come
well
on.
as a daily
You are way too
5-minute
pretty to be
newscast,
acting
FPP Radio News, and weekly
way.
news, views, and commentary in the
He
FPP
is
Freedom Minute
so
and
gross
Peace
at
Love
this point.
Liberty Radio
I
at
just tagged Andrew.
fppradio.com and the monthly newspaper FPP
Nah.
News at news.fpp.cc.
Dude, come on.
Find
You know,
FPP
the best
online
way
at fpp.cc.
is to
That's
show everything you don't
fpp.cc.
No, it doesn't exist
You
yet.
be your own person.
As long as I
And
spelled it
then
correctly.
he'll be all up on you. Because that's how
If you
dudes
enjoy
work.
LRN.FM, please contribute to your favorite shows
You
via
show
their
him way
website
too
and
much
become an
attention.
amplifier at amp.lrn.fm.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. So 66 is saying that.
All right, welcome back to the Rebel Love Show, and we keep talking about Porcfest and the big gay dance party. And one thing that was awesome at the big gay dance party, Derek and Ian got up there talk about Keenevention, and there will be a second Halloween dance
Keenoween.
party. Keenoween. Is it Halloween or Keenoween?
I also heard it was.
Halloween.
I heard it was called Halloween.
What?
That's what I heard. That's what somebody told me. Somebody asked, they were like, "Hey, aren't they calling it Halloween coming up?"
Like penis?
Yeah, Pinor.
Pinard and
That's what I
No.
heard. I'm just saying that's what I heard.
Oh.
that's kind of gross.
Well, I'm looking forward to it because that was the moment that me and my rebel mistress, we rekindled our.
Or we drunkenly
I
had
remember
sex
that.
in a hotel.
I
Yeah, but we
remember.
didn't get to that point until after we were dancing at that party, babe.
I was at.
What if I would have
yeah.
said no? Because you were a butthole.
Well, I'm glad you didn't.
I was at Keenevention, and I was like, Rob is 10 kinds of mopey because, you know, he and Ann are not on right now. And I didn't even go to that party. I like walked in to set up a video that was gonna play on the wall, like being projected on the
I
wall.
remember Joel went as you.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
at the time I didn't realize he was a butthole.
And yeah, and I walk in, and then there are you two dancing, and I was like, oh, okie doke. Like that happened. Did all of that happen on the dance floor? Like all of the making up?
All of that happened on the dance floor.
Yeah. We made up with dance.
With dance.
Through
dance.
We did. We literally
dance.
did.
Were
We
you,
made
did
up
you
with
guys
dance.
like say anything to each other, or you just kind of like walked
Not
towards
really.
each other and it started
No.
happening?
No, we kind of looked at each other. and
He
we just-
asked me if I wanted to dance, and that was it.
Yeah.
Wow.
And we danced, and then I said I ran out of booze and want to go back to my hotel room.
Of course, I said yes. So why would I say no? Yeah, that's how we did it. It was that simple. Yeah. Yeah. There's no like and that wasn't even planned either. That just
wasn't.
happened. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just it was a Keenevention miracle.
I know.
Just like the underwear, yeah.
Hey, okay, so this is perfect segue back into Renee's story. You know, she told me you were gonna propose at Keenevention originally.
Who says I'm not?
Just again and again.
I've already done it twice.
Rob Mathias always just keep proposing. Yeah.
So you've got a ring for every finger.
I know.
And toe.
No, you lost the ring I put on your head.
Oh, babe.
Put on the
Someone
head twice.
has offered to make me one with real flowers for the ceremony, so I'm super excited.
Oh,
about
that's
that.
nice. Yeah, you were so torn up when you lost your what do you call it?
It was
your like
it was a
head-
garden.
Flower garland?
I don't know. It was beautiful, and I was on shrooms, so I cried for
Yeah.
8 hours straight.
Yeah.
And I remember the whole time I was worried sick that you were going to run out of tears, and I want to make you cry for the rest of your life, babe.
Yeah, it's amazing how honest you are on drugs. Because I remember at Buzz's Big A dance party, I seen Renee dancing, and I just told Renee, I'm like, Renee, I love you. I love you, Renee. And she was like dancing with Ian. I'm like, move, Ian. I love you more than him. And then she was just like, yeah, I know.
Well, I mean, technically, I left him for you. So
Aw, it's a love story.
On air.
Yeah, and yeah.
No, it was like literally as it was going on, I was like, oh my God, you, Ian, are wrong. Anne was right. Shit. And I'm sorry. And then like I just got up and threw my shit and like immediately left him and like
in
cried.
Manchester ever since.
Wow.
Yeah.
Except
None of
for
that's ever
Johnny.
been released either. It's not like released like
Some
audio
of
or
it,
video.
not
Even the stuff that we have on our end's never been released. So
Oh, really?
yeah, and we're barely even seen.
that episode.
You should release it behind a paywall.
A paywall for Bitcoin.
Oh yeah.
We don't have high Bitcoin for it.
Wow.
That has to be like,
Yeah,
you
that's some-
gotta give us like,
That's some really good footage, actually.
There you go.
Really juicy.
It's not so much juicy, it's just more dramatic, especially like the silence, because you don't know what's going on when the audio stops in it.
And we'll never know because
I don't think you should release it. I think it's radio gold, but I wouldn't release it personally.
I would for 50 Bitcoin.
For 50 Bitcoin, I mean, I'd release it for 5 Bitcoin.
I
to be
release it
perfectly
for
honest.
1 Bitcoin, to be perfectly honest. But I do it. Just
Well,
saying.
it's on my computer, folks. If you want to see that, give me like at least a Bitcoin or two and a donation to the Rebel Love Show, rebellloveshow.com. and maybe we'll see it.
Excuse me. That is
Excuse me, I am the producer of
Okay,
your
whatever.
little joint, and I will share that Bitcoin with you, baby doll.
okay. Well, that's fair enough.
All right, well, I'll take you out.
Watch my bit. I'm really interested in Watch My Bit. I can say I didn't see one show at Porcfest except for the Rebel Love Show, Off the Air Live, and that was it.
Speaking of off the air live, when the hell is Cody O'fucking Kana going to move to the Shire?
He might be coming to the new movers party.
Yeah, he said he was. Gonna
Well, I
come
know
down.
he's coming here next Saturday, so he's going to be doing the show here next Saturday. But I did not know he's going to. the
Maybe
new
we can
Movers
just get
Party.
him to never leave.
It's almost as if someone has triggered him.
I know.
Someone
I know,
triggered the
it's as
Cody.
He messaged me that he was thankful for me doing everything I could to make sure that his Porcfest was great.
Yeah, he fit in the crew so well.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Cody was awesome. And I don't really know, like everyone was saying like Cody's so shy, and I was like, I don't even
He
know
came
him.
out of his shell. I was so proud of that guy.
It's me. I bring people out of their shell.
Like he put on your clothes. He then took off his shirt.
I took off his shirt.
He was dancing with me shirtless on a fucking box with you at the big gay dance party. It was beautiful.
I can't wait for the video of that to come out. Well,
Yeah, I
maybe
know.
not.
Maybe I don't know. Yuri just released some photos on Facebook during the break.
You can see
and-
all the body paint. I wasn't naked at first.
No, not at first. It just sweated off after a while, or grinded off.
She
one
got
or
some in
both.
my hair, and my hair's like so white that it just stuck in there. And
Yeah,
thought my
I
hair
could
was
not
pink
wash
for a
that
day.
body paint out. I don't know what we're gonna do next year for a costume.
We got topic.
Oh, what about Hollow Keen?
I know. I'm already thinking of different
Renee,
stuff.
what are you gonna be? Are you gonna be a mermaid again?
I haven't even thought about it. I've had so much other shit on my mind.
I don't know.
And that's totally unlike me.
Well, you need to
Yeah.
start thinking about it.
Yeah,
you know,
you
it's
do.
coming up in like what 2 Shire years.
And
from
there's
now?
this is another contest, and this one isn't going to be as rigged as Buzz's because I'm a member of the KAC, so I feel like I've infiltrated that group successfully. So I feel like I have a good chance of winning.
What's
but when
the-
I am there, I am friendly and I drink all day and night with them fuckers. So I'm down. I've earned my place. I've drank my way in.
Is that how it works in
That's
Keen,
how it
Renee?
works
Just
in
drink your
Keen.
way in.
You got to drink your way in.
I guess. I don't know.
But no, we
Great
definitely have
answer.
to come up with something good for a costume for that. Are we going to do it? No, I don't know. I know a couple things I want to do, but
Name them.
I don't want to like release
You
it.
should.
No.
You
I liked
suck.
mine. My one last year. It was a last minute thing, but I thought I did pretty good for a costume.
You didn't win.
I didn't win, but it was
Oh, I
still a
thought
good
you-
costume.
Yeah, but winning is everything.
Well, you gotta be. It depends on who the judges are. Have they been released? Who the judges are for
It'll
the
be
costume
Derek,
party?
Jay, and Ian, and
I hope it's more organized this year because last year I started working on my fucking costume in like August, right? Like my costume was done like a month before. I was ready. I made all of that by myself, and provided I was one of the organizers, so it would be a little biased. They were just sitting there like, "Oh, who has a good costume? Okay, we're gonna pick them." And I'm like, "What?" Like, no.
yeah, I wish people were better contest pickers.
Contest pickers.
Yes,
Okay.
I should just have my own contest and just
Well,
pick myself.
But just run your own party and pick yourself.
Yeah, that's what I'm
There you
gonna
go.
do.
Yeah. Well, if it's any kind of
Mistress Fest.
I did.
Oh yeah,
I did.
that's gonna be my birthday party. Thank you for my title.
Oh.
Mistress Fest.
Fest.
I like that.
2015.
You know, I think we should just have a fest for pretty much everyone. Like, actually, I was, oh man, I think I was talking to Cecilin about this, and I really hope Daniel Cuevas isn't listening to this episode.
I don't think he does.
Fingers crossed on that one. I want to have Cuevas Fest so bad because I love doing Daniel Cuevas impressions. I love like his accent, his voice, and I feel like people do him pretty well as far as impressions go.
So everyone just dressed
So
up like
everyone,
Daniel Cuevas and
yeah.
goes to the club?
Well, they just talk like him the entire time, and like we put a crown on him, and like someone makes him food, and we just watch his alt expo speeches like all night. Cuevas Fest.
Sounds like a party I don't want to go to.
Same here.
Do you want a Bilderberger? I can't do it. I can't do it right now. More Cuevas coming up.
On Free Talk Live, we're bringing people to the ideas of liberty every day.
That's a good option, dude.
I was trying to. It's more like in the throat. I don't know how to do it. I don't know. Cuevas Fest?
Yeah, that.
Is that what you have a problem with?
Yeah.
Cuevas Fest. I can't believe I have my own festival. He's so gentle.
Dude.
Oh, we can all spend Cuevas coin at Cuevas Fest. Like, that's the rule. If you want to be a vendor at Cuevas Fest, you have to accept Cuevas coin,
That is very true.
the hyperlocal currency. By the way, if you're listening to this, go like Cuevas coin on Facebook. It is, it's the future of cryptocurrency.
No, it's not cryptocurrency. It's a hyper local currency.
It's a cryptocurrency. It's encrypted. It's on its own.
It's on a written
It's on the
ledger
Cuevas chain.
that-
The Cuevas chain, sir.
Can someone
You should
please
do a talk about
talk
that
to
at the next Alt
Renee?
Expo. Talk about hyper local currencies.
It's a currency so secret. I can't even talk about it during this speech.
What?
No. Our listeners deserve to know this is a reality show now.
Yeah.
No, not
Yeah,
until they start paying
You want
us.
the rebel world.
Yes, I
So
do.
Here it is.
And
Yeah.
I wanna get paid for it too.
Shit,
so
if anything-
that's different.
I'm sorry. If you want to get paid, you better get. Maybe we need to put out more of your tits and get some donations here, baby doll.
That's
Saying.
Titcoin though. That's a different. That's a
You need
different
to
currency.
stop it immediately.
Oh, I'm sorry. I've
Yeah.
been running that too long. It's been all night. I'm sorry. I'll stop it.
I don't know. I think Titcoin isn't.
Hey,
Isn't that a saturated
look, own
market?
it. I would topless too.
I don't care.
I look more ridiculous than you do. At least you looked hot. I look ridiculous.
Well, now you're just being rude.
I'm sorry.
Oh, shut up.
Will you ever forgive me?
No, if you keep saying shit.
Okay, I won't say shit like that anymore. I'll say different shit.
Explore Keene, discuss various forms of activism with
Seriously though?
Renee, what are you doing? You have to not talk during the show. You've been looking at your phone the whole goddamn time.
Who's Renee?
Because she got a disturbing message from a certain person.
Oh, really? Do you want to talk about it on the air?
Why not?
Oh, come on.
The chat room wants to know.
Hey,
This
this
is
will
the
just be
LRN
between us and you
And Newbie 66.
and Brett Sanders and Discharge and Kickstart.
Seriously though, this
Reserve your tickets now at
What do you mean? What am I doing? I'm doing a radio show here.
Is a radio show on?
This is bullshit. Like, I'm just a fucking, I don't know. I'm an idiot, basically.
Would you just
idiot?
Would you just go on Tinder and go on a date? How hard is that?
Go on a date. Like, have him take you to dinner and get to know you.
Because stupid me thought that I really fucking liked somebody, and this is what I get. No, I don't even know.
Around the clock, and you can even add in your own local shows. Building
Just
a
go
radio
date someone outside the community.
programming isn't.
Or just anyone else.
Please.
Learn more at broadcast.lrn.fm. That's broadcast.lrn.fm.
In every age, a technology is created that upends the foundations of society. The wheel, the printing press, the internet.
Dude, we need a show clock. Even you need a show clock. Tell me, oh, you point at me to mute the mics.
Yeah. You bitch ass motherfucker. Can you turn on my headphones a little bit?
Your headphones?
Yeah. Number 2. Just a little bit. No, other way. There we go. Oh, too much.
You can put the Liberty Radio Network on the air in your area. Visit broadcast.lrn.fm to learn how. Broadcast.lrn.fm.
Welcome back to the last segment here of the Rebel Love Show, live from Manchester, New Hampshire. And I just want to say this is our time, a moment. And it's kind of weird. We always work on a certain person to move. Have you noticed that? And I feel like now the time is to get Cody O'Connor
We're
to move.
triggering our Manchester tractor beam on Cody O'Connor.
We need to focus our energy just to convince him to move.
Guys, can we just have a moment of radio silence? Just a small, tiny moment. And just everyone focus on Cody and those bulging eyeballs and that
Full of all the
reckless
MDMA.
smile. That's just like, okay, ready. There we go. We had it. We had the moment. There we go.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You ushered us through it, Shaman. You led the way.
You know, I've been thinking about this for a long time now. I really want to do guided trip videos for YouTube.
Yeah,
Like,
I want to get more into YouTube stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I really want to move more towards YouTube.
we have a beautiful studio here, and there's no reason why
We
we
have a
shouldn't
green screen in
be
the
like, just
background.
kind of like just
Hopefully
producing
it
whatever
can
the fuck we
improve
want.
sooner.
Well,
rather
I would love
I
to see the
need-
studio get more used.
I need more green for the screen. You know, I need tripods for these 2 cameras, soft boxes for these 2 lights. So it's still a work in progress. Like, it's still something that we can adjust a little bit
Well, this
more.
studio,
It's almost
this
there.
studio has evolved tenfold what it was a year ago.
It's so much better. It's so much better now.
Yeah.
And it's so close. It's so close.
This is I would say this is probably by far the greatest looking studio in the Shire, and that's I'm gonna throw that even in
Certainly.
over. Well, I don't know. The LRN
Yeah.
studio is pretty badass looking. I won't lie.
I mean, if
But-
you're
and
watching the
Brett- and,
video,
School Sucks project.
Well,
looks
yeah, the
badass
only
too,
problem
but-
is it's in our living room, but
hey, don't worry, babe. It's gonna happen. We're gonna the Rebel Love pad will be
It
relocated.
will evolve.
After
you
the
know.
Rebel Love migration.
Yeah.
The Rebel Love migration.
I really like.
It's gonna be a busy year.
I don't know. You guys might hate this, but I really want green screens behind everyone.
Oh, I'm down for that.
Yeah, I'm down for the whole, all the walls being green screens.
No, we can't have everything green screen. We need the acoustic foam for the sound quality on the podcast.
Well, we could even
even having green
do
screen behind the guest seats.
a standing screen, yeah, and then soundproof foam like on the wall behind it.
A standing screen would be great because we definitely could do more stuff in front of it.
Like a couple of those.
Okay. Yeah, you know, I'm down for that. I can't be around the entire table, but I'm down for like on each
Standing
side.
screens.
Yeah,
Well,
but
just-
we still need the acoustic foam for audio.
Audience, be prepared. I feel like
It's
a lot
gonna-
of great shit is gonna come from this year. We're in a new season now.
Certainly.
Like we're
this
kicking
is,
it up.
Is this season 6 now? This
And
is season
there's
6.
something about Porcfest that just recharges you.
Oh,
and,
yeah,
and
yeah.
it just like you
Yeah.
you kind of you get to reflect on the past year.
Can every Porcfest be our season finale?
It's kind of what it comes to.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
The every year is just leading up to Porcfest
And,
now.
like, yeah. Really,
It's
you
like
you are living
countdown.
your life only until the next Porcfest,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
just for that.
And you gotta
know?
make it count.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
that's fucking pretty awesome.
Yeah, definitely coming back, you get a new perspective. You come back to things with like fresh eyes. I know I'm going to do a lot more kind of like abstract videos like on the side.
I think you should. I think you're really
Yeah.
creative and people you should share that more.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And I want to do some voice work too.
Oh, you can be the next Stephanie Murphy.
You know, I was looking at her website, smvoice.info, and I'm like, I could do this. Like I could put my voice out there and like Fiverr, like people do, you know, have you ever been to Fiverr, the website?
No.
It's Fiverr, Fiverr. And it's like people who do things for like $5 at a time.
Okay.
Like little tiny $5 projects. And like I could do little
Hey,
tiny
I'm not
voice
gay,
projects.
but $5 is $5.
Hey, straight
Word.
up. Yeah. yeah, you know, like you start small. You start small.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely down for that. I mean, I've in the next year, I really want to transition more into that.
See, my problem is just editing and working on stuff.
I like editing, and I think Shardy's actually a good teacher. Like, I know tenfold more than I knew about what I know now about editing, which may not be much, but it's better than the average person, and I think that's pretty good.
No, I'll give you that. Yeah, definitely. Most people have no idea what they're even doing.
Yeah.
Like everything I know, I've taught myself.
Yeah.
It's just me having the desire and urge to spend the amount of time it takes to even get to like good editing quality.
Yeah, I like it. I've seen like
some.
some amazing stuff you can do with videos, so I definitely want to get more into it.
It's a lot of fun.
I was more, I could say, I don't want to say afraid, but of putting myself out there so much, like my personal side or my personality. And then, you know, after Porcfest, I'm just like, fuck it. People can judge me if they want. I really want to do what I love and put that stuff out there.
What's crazy is like in regards to like going into like the I guess the real world or normal world, no one knows who you are. But the only people that really know who we are in this community. But like I'm living such an open life in the community that it's such a weird dynamic going in and out of it.
Yeah.
You know, because of what we do, we're on camera, we're on microphones, people listen to it, we post on Facebook about what we're doing and everything.
Well,
like
no,
that.
see, I really don't. I don't know why. I definitely want to start doing more of that though. So
Posting more. Or
yeah,
doing what?
posting
Well,
more,
you have a
putting more of my
page.
personal content out, you know, stuff like that.
You've got a Facebook page.
Yes,
You
I
gotta-
do. Like me at the Rebel. That's the one reason I started. I really want to, you know, show people like who I am and what I'm all about. Like for real, like you can go inside that and
it's
like the Rebel Mistress.
The Rebel Mistress, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
On Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great name. It's a great name. That name it came up with. It's just beautiful. I love it, babe.
I remember when I came with that name. It was the day me and Renee Cake did our first show, and she was like, "We need stage names," and she was like, "I'm Renee Cake."
Well, Renee, no, she wasn't Renee Cake back then.
No,
she was
Renee
Free Love.
Cake,
Now she's Renee
Free Love.
Cake.
Now
So
she's-
that's probably going to change at some point too. Like she's evolving, so her name's going to change to something else. Hopefully, it's something cooler than
Renee Cake?
Why can't it be Renee Cake?
I like Renee Cake.
And she actually makes cakes.
We should start that Facebook page. Renee.
Yeah,
you need
we
a Facebook
should.
page for Renee Cake.
Mm-hmm.
We can make it.
Yeah, I'll get right on that.
I was saying this at Porcfest, like every one of us in the Shire should have some sort of Facebook page outlet, whether it's an organization or it's actually like, you know, just you.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Well,
Rob's,
you're not a true liberty activist if you don't have Facebook page.
yeah, at least one. Yeah.
Even the cat has a Facebook page.
Yeah, I
People,
run
get on
basically
it.
have 2 pages. I don't really do too much. I'm a lazy slacktivist.
You're a slacktivist.
I'm a slacktivist when it comes to keyboard warriors.
Keyboard warriors. Yeah. Like people do take it too far sometimes, but you know.
Yeah. I'm not a keyboard. Well, some people would say I'm a keyboard warrior, but I'll post photos from my phone every once in a while, and I'll say something what's going up, and I'll go on people's pages from time to time and comment, but I don't do too much.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't even do too much with the show. Like I barely put out episodes on time, it seems. I rarely ever actually do that. I mean, I still haven't put the Liberty Forum episodes out, which I plan to do hopefully by the end.
Liberty Forum?
No, by Keenevention.
Oh my God. How long ago was Liberty Forum?
That was like 2 Shire years ago.
What is Liberty Forum? Like,
Exactly. All those events will happen like
Man.
before our ceremony. That's so awesome. This is going to be a crazy year.
You know what I want to do for Liberty Forum is I want to kind of like mess around more and throw, do some more stuff. I want to do at least one thing not a show every day like we did last time.
We'll do one show. One show at Liberty
One
Forum.
show is
2 at Porcfest
plenty.
is good because there's enough things that happen in between those 2 episodes.
I was exhausted at the Liberty
No,
Forum
we're
doing
not doing that
shows.
many episodes next time. No way.
Yeah.
No. I was burnt out.
And I wouldn't even mind doing the show in our studio. I don't know. I kind of think it was silly to do it at Liberty Forum. But at the same time,
It's
there could be an audience. I don't know.
There
Like,
was
why
somewhat
don't
of
you?
an audience.
Why can't we just do like an off schedule? Like, actually, we could bring people here. Like a few guests, like not a ton of people, but I don't know. We could just crowd people in the studio and have fun.
It'd be cool to have like a Liberty Forum
after party,
like bonus
/
content
broadcast.
episodes, broadcast. It'd be a live broadcast.
Okay,
It wouldn't
now
be
I'm
on
down for that.
LRN.
So we'll do a show. We'll do a show at Liberty Forum, and we could do like an after show that we broadcast, and like have different people sit down during the party that we're having, and like talk for a while. And like we don't even have to stick to our usual format. We just fuck around.
Well, that kind of happened one time and it never actually got released.
I remember, the show that was recorded.
There was a show that was recorded that was
Shem,
never
right?
released. It was with Shem and Angela Aronoff. They were the hosts.
Yeah.
Because during last year we were throwing parties in the studio after each show.
Great.
And we did that. And people were jumping in. There's like 5 or 6 different people that jumped in. It lasted like an hour and a half, 2 hours. So it was actually pretty good. It's never been released. I don't think we'll ever really will.
That was
I gotta
Liberty
find
Forum?
it. No, this was like back in July. I want to say actually right before Porcfest.
I had shown up, so
they had just shown up. It was
just
before
messing
Porcfest.
around.
Yeah,
then.
this was like May. I think this was May. It was either May or early June.
Wow,
that
we've
it
come so
happened.
far, kids.
I know.
We even look different. Do you go back and look at our pictures? I mean, I know I did. Like I've changed. I'm blonde now. Like
I know.
everything has changed.
I was showing Amy the picture of me and Shire when I first met him. Well, not met him, when he got here this first day, and it was a world of difference.
Yeah.
Anyways, Rebel Mistress, where they can find you at?
You can find me at seditioussirens.com, which is really just our Facebook page, and like my page, The Rebel Mistress.
Renee.
SeditiousSirens.com.
ShireDude.com.
Go to rebelloveshow.com. Peace.
Sedition is sexy.
Send me bitcoins.